Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 230, the Transformer Action Figure Podcast Show. My name's Hex, and joined with almost a full crew here today. Dakota's going to join us here in a little bit. Barrett, he's probably asleep, so Dalton, why don't you start us off?
I'm Dalton. You can find me everywhere at Daltonians TFs, and if you've been checking out my channel lately, there's reviews coming out, so stay tuned for more.
Mike, you can find me everywhere as Just Another G.I. Joe Show.
I'm Brett and Megamus, Mega Toy Fan on Facebook.
And I'm Rick, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
And I'm Sportimus. You can find me here on YouTube as Sportimus, and on Twitter as Sportimus Prime, and in my partially flooded basement.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Dakota, you can find him at PrimalSabbath everywhere, and you can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook page, the G1Xtron. So we're going to have two new things. Usually we would have a collection spotlight. We don't have one for this week, but if you guys are interested in being your collection spotlighted on the show, then go ahead and take pictures of however many your collection needs. So if you got a large collection, you're going to take more pictures. If you got one that's a little bit smaller, you can take some fewer pictures, but send those in an email to me at g1xtron@gmail.com, and we'll feature them on the show. Even if it's been a while since you've submitted photos in, you've added some stuff, then you can still, resubmit. The other thing that we're going to be doing is just kind of each one go around the table and just kind of pick up one figure that we picked up in the past couple of weeks or since the last show, and something that maybe we would recommend to you guys, something that we kind of like. The other thing is we're going to have usually just one topic at the very end of the show, and we're going to be talking about, third parties, could like a crowdfunding type of scenario, could that work? And if this first one works, which Dalton will talk a little bit more about at the end of the show, if that works, then could this be the future? And could it be something kind of like what we saw Hasbro or HasLabs with the Cell Barge? So, Dalton, why don't you go ahead and kick us off? What's your figure that you recommend?
Well, I picked this up. I just got this in from Amazon Japan this past Wednesday, and it is the Encore Big Convoy. I highly recommend it for anyone who hasn't gotten the mold either through, the Ultra Mammoth or, the Universe Nemesis Prime. The colors are beautiful. It is so tune accurate, and it's my first time owning the mold, so I highly recommend it to anyone who's after Big Convoy.
So that's out, huh? I didn't know that was out. All right.
Does it have to be Transformers?
No, I don't have to be Transformers.
Okay.
Just anything.
That's just most of what I collect.
Just a action figure. I'm not going to be like, the best thing I got this week was my car back because I got a new transmission, I'll actually name a toy.
That's important.
Actually, today I got it in was the Collectors Club Zartan.
Cool.
One of the final 12 offerings, or really the final 14. But the reason I like this is that it's the first time modern era, and out of all the Ninja Force stuff, this is actually the only one I will actually own. It's really a cool. It's just really badass looking. Sorry, not to cuss, but it's just really awesome looking figure that they did, and it's one of the final things the club did. So you unfortunately cannot get it from the Collectors Club. It is sold out. But if you want to pay the ridiculously secondary market on it, it's going for about $150 to $200 right now on eBay.
Dude, I honestly thought they would have had them in stock a little while longer. It's the only reason I held off, because I like Ninja Force Zartan too. I just like Zartan. I think he's a cool Cobra guy. So, but I mean, at $150, I'm out.
Yeah,
hey, Mike.
Yeah,
you have the bike there, right?
Yes.
Gimmicks on the bike. That's what I like.
Also, it comes with a bike for $150.
Yeah.
Well, for the club, it was like $86. But I mean, this is a bike that a lot of people, they didn't want to see it being used for this gimmick, but it's what it was. But it has a lot of little things, like you can put the guns down and everything, push little buttons and everything. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but shoot. It has a little button where the shotgun guns come up.
It.
Yeah, right. Especially me. But there it is. There, I got it. You got the little blades up front, the guns in there. It's
And
a
then
cool
the
bike,
little-
but it just wasn't really wanted.
I had a problem with the back, with the blades. I never could understand that. The front made sense to me, but the blades kind of making a wing. Just I didn't understand that. But
Yeah,
It's for tailgaters.
is that what it is? They come alongside of you. Is that what?
Yeah, I think that's what it's for.
I mean, I think it's a cool little concept. I mean, and
In case you're backing the bike up, because I mean,
There you go.
It doesn't have reverse.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just back it up and schnick. There
and
you
of
go.
course,
for lane splitting.
and of course, me and Rick, we know Bobby Valley really well, and he designed it. So I mean, it's we want to I kind of want to get everything Bobby did because he did a lot of stuff for Hasbro.
I do have to ask you one thing because I do. I own that also, and every time I hit the little button, I have to make the little schnick schnick noise also, like Wolverine. Don't you?
I'm not going to admit to that.
Okay, I do.
That's
do.
a yes. That's a
You're
yes.
basically saying I'm kind of like the guy who has like the airplanes going pew 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 pew. pew.
I do pew pew. There's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like
There's
wouldn't
nothing
admit it.
wrong with whooshing toys.
Yes.
No,
I
I
personally
give them,
prefer bang bang, but okay.
I give them voices.
Or pew
as
pew.
well, so
Those
It's
are just
either
bigger guns.
it's either been Rick or Mike where I didn't know that they had joined yet, and I'm just over here.
Yep, I watched you doing it.
There you go.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that anyone had joined the call yet.
I was checking the
I wasn't
acoustics of
aware
this
I had
room.
an audience.
If I knew I had an audience, I would have charged for admission. Yeah.
All right, Meg, what did you get, man?
Well, I'm going to cheat and say two things because a few weeks ago was my birthday. My boys got me my sweet shirt.
The Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm representing. But what I bought for myself,
Representing bullies.
hey, that's right. hey.
Oh, my poor
I know.
nephew, he's never going to live it down. His first Halloween outfit when he was just like 4 months old was the skull outfit.
Yeah, I would like that too. How about a vintage G1 sealed Bumblebee? Yeah.
Yeah, you could have got that cheap at
Is it
Walmart.
Walmart vintage or is it
That's
like
vintage. And I tell you what, here's the funny part. I found this. I still haven't found the Walmart one.
Oh, neither have I. Yeah.
I only saw that Walmart one once. Saw it one
I
time.
would grab as many of those as I
Yeah,
could if I could find them.
Got plenty of tailgates though.
I bought one of those
Um,
Bumblebees and gave it to my kid.
I picked
still
up a
need
Swerve.
this.
That was the only one I could find.
I still need the swerve. Yeah.
We got
I got
like
an extra
12
one.
of them here.
Yeah.
I got two Swerves and nothing else. So swap me with something I need. Minibot. I mean.
I'll swap you with some money. How about that?
Okay, I said I need money. Everyone needs money.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'll swap you with some money, and you can just send that Unicron.com set. Just pack it in for free.
It's sitting over there. It's sitting over there.
in my humble pile. Remember when my piles used to be great, Brett? They used to be great piles.
You have a big box, and now it's a little bitty box.
Big
You
pile's
have
great
to
again.
It's a bubble mailer.
Right. What are these stains on it? Well, you went lower class. I mean,
Mystery stains.
that's right.
What'd you get, Rick?
It's hard to pick one item, but I'll just pick the
No,
one I've been
right?
messing with today and last night. So I went out on a limb and bought the Magic Square Prime, and I am very happy with this. I didn't know if I would be. Like I said, I felt like I was kind of jumping off the cliff a little bit.
What's the price point on that?
It was like 140, 139, I think. And I think it's well worth it. And here's the thing, like I'm a Toyz fan. And I like their paint. They have they're kind of known for their premium paint, and bot mode usually looks good on the shelf. This has a matte finish. It doesn't have a lot of paint, but it looks a lot like when you're messing with it and you're posing it. I noticed that it looks more like the cartoon to me, not just the sculpt, but that matte finish and the lights and stuff. It's really nice. I saw a few people talking about, well, if you transform it, you're going to scratch it up. And that might be true if you have sausage fingers and you just, you're handling it in a weird way.
Hey, go for you, Dakota.
You gotta be gentle with these things. But I've transformed it like 2 or 3 times today, and no scratches, no issues.
What do you think of
it's easy to transform. Posability is on point. It's got double jointed. You can do this. You can do this with his arm. Like you can do whatever you can do. He can almost pull it off.
He's got butterfly shoulders.
What about them knees?
Yes.
How them knees looking?
The knees are great, and also inside the knee, you can't see it unless you put it to the test and you bend it back a long way. It's got actual pistons that are in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was genuinely concerned. It wasn't necessarily just a aesthetic issue, but like it looked like it was just on such a thin.
Dude, this is so much more stable than the official MP10. First of all, it doesn't have a lot of that die cast or anything in it to keep it. Mine was always wobbly. When you stood it on a shelf and you had it on a high shelf, I was always worried it might fall to the front, to the back. Both. I have both of them.
I remember my Takara was solid, man. It was just, firm stance.
Yeah, this one is more solid than both of mine. That's all I can say. Once you get it posed, it's not going anywhere. I just think it's outstanding, and it's really cool to see like a few different companies kind of leveling up. I had stepped out of the 3P stuff until maybe like November, December. And I backtracked and bought Fans Toys Phoenix. And since then, I bought the X-Transbot stuff, and I got some more Fans Toys stuff. And then this one, I think this one is probably my favorite one outside of those two Decepticons. So I think if you got $139 and you know that you're not going to have an MP44 until August or September, this is a really good prime. You might, some people probably, I'm a stickler. I'm a hardcore Transformers fan. I'm going to have the MP44 in my collection, but I could see where this would be just as good.
So just be careful when transforming it. Basically, don't transform it like Chris Barrett transformed. He transformed. He's got $1 million life.
No drop tests.
Yeah.
Pretty rough with his stuff. So if he says something's good quality, then it's really
that's a guarantee at that point.
Yeah, buy stock in that company.
What do you got, Sport?
Well, before I get to, I just want to add to what Rick said about Magic Square, because I have them too. And the only thing I would recommend being careful with is when you rotate the waist. Some people have said that the red paint rubbed off on the gray plastic here. Mine hasn't, but just an FYI. So that's the only thing. And with the knees, some people do say that it's ugly, but he actually has 2 joints in the knees. So you can actually bend him a full. Is that showing up there or not? But you can bend him full 90 degrees and not have that ugly gap.
Let me ask you this: is there any way to swivel that without it actually touching the gray part? I mean, even like bending it back a little. I mean, is there a way of doing that?
Swiveling what the
waist?
Yeah, he can actually go up.
Oh yeah.
So you can definitely make a little space there for him. Not that much, of course, but
that hinge
that would alleviate that problem.
Definitely, yeah. Because he still turns just fine.
It wasn't a problem for me either. It could be isolated. You just don't know. But what I like about that hinge is it gives him an ab crunch if you want that ab crunch. If you want to recreate that moment in the film where he mows down everybody in truck mode and transforms, he can pull off that pose because of all of the double joints and stuff. So
wow. Right. And so getting on with the figure spotlight, I chose the Star Wars Vintage, or Archive, I should say, the new stuff that's out. And it's really cool because on the back of the card, they do give you a little picture of what it looked like in the original packaging. So if it was packaged in the blue card or the red, or I'm sorry, orange striped card, you'll show it there. And this Boba, I don't see any differences between the original release and this one, for example.
I didn't either, so I decided not to get him.
Those Mandalorians are the coolest thing of Star Wars.
They be. I also found Bosk, but I like this guy a little bit more. So he's pretty cool.
All right, Dakota. What about you, man?
Bod was an older pickup. I mean, I got the big convoy too. Like Dalton said, the thing's amazing. And but my pick, I guess, because like I am still backtracking older stuff, is the Robots in Disguise Bruticus. It's a Cerberus, which I feel is enough to be said. I feel like it's a figure that's gotten a bad rap over the years, but I've had a lot of fun with it. It was meant to be in Beast Machines, but it doesn't have all that cool clear plastic. But I really dig it, man. I've just been messing with it like all week since I got it.
That's how I've been with Big Convoy.
Yeah, man, it's just cool. It's just a very unique figure. Like, you don't see a whole bunch of 3-headed dog transformers. You know what I mean? So
you don't see very many 3-headed dogs in general, but
that's true too. It reminds me of the meme of the puppies, the 3 puppies that have their heads sticking out of the hole.
Yeah, the doggy door.
Yeah, baby Cerberus guarding the gates to heck. Super adorable. But yeah, so that was it for me. Surprisingly, it turned out to be what most consider a lemon or a bad figure, but I really dig it.
All right, well, I was limited on what I could spend on toys because I had money going into something a little bit more important. But I was able to pick up 2 figures, and one of them being the Ultra Magnus. I probably stood in the store and stared at this thing for, I don't know, a good 10, 15 minutes because something that we wanted to talk about as well is, the price increase. So in this thing for $50, to where I looked at this and I felt I could justify it. But when I looked at the Shockwave, I'm like, I don't know if I can justify $50 for that. So, but so far that Ultra Magnus, I haven't opened it up yet, but I mean, it looks really good. A lot of these figures, the Optimus and Megatron, whenever I just saw pictures of them, I was like, those are going to be easy passes. And then when I saw them in the store, I'm like, okay, those will actually look better than what I thought they would. So.
Okay, they're definitely solid.
I have the Shockwave, and I know he's smaller, but after having him in hand, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the price of admission is steep, but it's something that I can overlook in this case because there's just so much playability with him, and he's so spot on G1 to me that I think he's worthwhile.
Well, that and he's got the Green Goblin glider.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I like the little hover thing a bunch. I like that.
That's how I have him.
Me too.
Awesome.
I'm looking at him right now. I love him.
Or you can have him as General Grievous. So.
All right, let's go ahead and get into the screen share. But that's something that trying out. I think it's something that you guys might enjoy. So it's something new that we're doing. So if you guys like it, make sure you let us know in the comments whenever it goes in the video form. And then also we're going to do a topic at the end of the show. But more G1 carded stuff for Brett to pick up. Were you surprised by these?
A little bit.
I wasn't, man. Didn't
I wasn't.
Soundwave win the supposed fan vote for this kind of series or whatever?
It did, but I really didn't see I didn't. Well, I take that back. They've already done the cassette, so it makes sense for them to do it. Yeah.
I'm excited for these. I'm going to keep them in package though.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's the reason to get in on this vintage reissue line is definitely to keep because I've thought about trying to track down one of those super cheap hot rods. Just because I like hot rod. I had the G1 toy, the Target Master version, for a long time. And sold it, but it would be cool to have that, just to put it in I wouldn't know where I'd store it because my collection is all beasts, but it'd still be just neat to have.
Just put them with your records.
Cameron says that the one that the vote one was Astro Train.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew they had they something, but I know I'd seen a Soundwave posted.
You beast fans. Oh, you G1s look alike.
Yeah, but this one makes sense. This makes sense since they already reissued all of them.
Well, they are reissuing Soundwave. So.
So it just makes sense to put him on the card. I mean,
he's pretty cheap.
I haven't held one of those cards in my hand since I was 11. I was sitting here trying to think about it, and man, it's been a long time. I'll pick these up as well.
They neutered the blasters on Buzzsaw.
Oh, child safety.
I just saw it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
They neutered them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't notice that.
Okay, no one's picking them up now.
That's okay. I sell replacement the little guns. I can hook you up.
Just never leave the package.
Here's your new studio series, Cogman. It's a little bit different.
Man, I don't know that he was that much of a. I mean, like, he was hilarious. Don't get me wrong. I really liked him in the movie. I liked what he brought to the table. But I don't know if you would need another one. You know what I mean?
Are you trying to look for the word deserving?
So here's your old one. Here's your new one.
Yeah, they're exactly the same mold.
Yeah, but the paint apps do a lot. They look a lot better.
And weren't a lot of people having trouble finding this originally?
Yeah, it was one of those last wave things that never really hit shelves anywhere except for like Ross or Marsh or like TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
I actually because of that, I actually like them coming out with the studio series and changing the paint apps. That way, people like Dakota that are like, I want this one that's like more, it's not an exclusive, but there's the rarity of it.
Yeah, there we go.
That's my bragging rights.
That way you can have it on the shelf and be like, yeah, but this is the one that nobody can find,
And you're like, not as good looking.
So is the paint on the new one black? Is it kind of black? Is that what that
It's like a matte
Yeah, it's more gunmetal and.
Okay, yeah, because I got the one that you can't find anywhere. I've had it for a while now.
Here comes the bragging rights.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And the silver on the Carmo definitely looks a lot better than the gray plastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that I agree with.
Especially on that Aston Martin.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, they cut his little head off.
Yeah, look at that. That's not right.
He's a
Don't tell me
headmaster.
he's a headmaster.
He is.
Yeah, it's a headmaster.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Gotta make everything. Oh yeah.
Just like Zeus
It's a nice
was
car.
a headmaster too.
Yeah, it was a cut scene from the movie.
But that looks good.
Yeah, that does look really good. Is that how the Aston Martin opens up?
No,
Well,
I don't think so. No.
It doesn't look like they did it right. Look at
That makes
their
that car.
panels.
That makes that car totally worth the money.
Hey, you know what? Just take this part off right here, and it's
Prowl.
I was gonna say Siege for Cybertron Prowl.
Go Dalton.
You know as well as I
Oh
do,
my god.
some intern made
that
these
clear
codes,
plastic?
threw them together. So
That's not a selling point.
Just put some translucent wheels on them, and it's
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick,
It'll
how
be
do you feel about them
perfect.
painted wheels?
I like painted wheels.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
you know,
like
he's
a lot
in.
better than clear ones.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a little
That's not
sword
bad.
fits in there. Pretty nice. Yeah, so. And in-hand images of this drift.
Is this
and,
also a mold reuse, or is this a new mold?
This is God, what is it? It's the
The last night one,
it's
right?
the Takara one that was
Blue,
exclusive
wasn't he?
to them, and then they bring it over to the US to Hasbro.
No, Hasbro released a drift too.
Yeah, it was Entertainment Earth.
Okay, was it at it was the exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
Takara's
the
doing it.
exclusive- this is that mold,
Right.
Okay.
the exclusive mold.
Okay.
So
So it
wasn't
is different
so
from the other one then. From the mass release one, Dalton.
Yeah, it's
so.
different from the mass release. This is the one that was the exclusive, and you get your baby dinos.
Oh, I think the baby dino was the only thing that was an exclusive part of it though.
Yeah, for Entertainment Earth.
Oh,
Did it look
okay.
just like this, or was it a different color?
I
don't
think
recall.
this one definitely has a better paint job for sure.
Cameron, tell us what it is, because we're confusing ourselves.
Because I remember the reason I passed up on the Hasbro was because it just had a wonky, cheap looking paint job. So
Yeah.
I think this would look good with my also wonky, cheap looking paint job, Age of Extinction one. That's the one I wish they would do, man. That Bugatti. I wish they would give that one an accurate paint deco, and I would buy it. I like it better than the Mercedes for sure.
Yeah, the navy blue instead of that bright blue.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the swords. The swords look better too.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's not
Oh man,
he wasn't a triple changer in it, so took that away from him.
This is bad for me, man. I don't need to be looking at Studio Series stuff. I can't buy.
Yeah, just when you thought you got away from Michael Bay formers, they pull you back in.
You know, you want
Brett,
those
add
little
some-
Shetlands.
Brett, add some Studio Series to my pie.
All right, I just gotta go out and get them.
yeah, just do that because I want the little dinos. They're cuties.
Yeah, look at the little
Look
shit.
at the eyes.
Is that is? I hate to get off top. Is that Sideswipe out yet? That Studio Series Sideswipe?
I think so.
Damn. I mean, dang, man. I need to get that one too.
It's not widely available yet. A few people, I think. Have,
I'll add it to the list.
No pickup fees. No pickup fees.
So you've got now this Bumblebee, which was it the Stinger with the Bumblebee colors, and then he's got the gun.
Oh, I was like, man, like
No,
they used to make
just
these,
a regular Bumblebee.
They used to make these movie Bumblebees look so good, but now it's just every new one they make just looks a little worse.
It just has the Stinger weapon.
Bumblebee is a recolor of the Age of Extinction mold with a new arm cannon.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks too custom.
Man, I wish they could just clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the design. I mean the toy design rather.
They did. They made him into a beetle.
That's a downgrade, sport. That's a downgrade.
They gave you what you
I don't
wanted.
think so.
Look, and Mask.
Yeah.
Matt Tracker's
There's your Mask toy. You think we'll see Mask at Toy Fair this year? Like we asked that. Like,
jeez,
man.
Josh.
Ridiculous.
Give it a rest.
Here we go again.
Here's this picture. Here's the one we looked at last week.
Yeah.
Or the last show.
Yeah, with the fake wheels
And the fake shoulders.
and the fake shoulders. Yeah.
Those are. Oh wow! I didn't know the wheels were fake. I assumed they were
I
just
saw
like,
that the last time.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. The original is way
The
better.
best. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't touch the original, but I don't think they're trying to. I think this is more of an homage than for new folks.
Yeah.
This.
I'd rather have the
Man,
original.
I get that it's Galaxy Force Convoy, but it kind of reminds me a lot of what was that Star Convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
The
it's
chest.
drawing some inspiration from that.
Just
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
I think that's what the Cybertron Prime drew a lot of
Yes.
inspiration from too.
It
Yes.
definitely did, but like I would definitely try to kind of keep this more in line with that Star Convoy.
Both lines were strictly Japan, so I mean, it would only make sense.
Mhm.
So, but
You know-
but I see a few things on this. I mean, if the articulation was way better on this one,
How do you know
I
it's
could
not?
see it in both. But the other one was. It didn't have great articulation, but it had some.
I would wait till
It's got a lot of presence though on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite primes out of every prime that's ever came out, and it's probably the only nice thing I have to say about the Unicron trilogy at all.
Pretty much.
Cybertron had the best toys for sure.
Cybertron had better
Yeah,
toys.
they
Wing
did.
Saber.
Wing Saber's great too. Yeah,
Wing Saber was a good toy.
yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Good too.
It'd be
Megatron has
interesting
some
to
good
get
deceptive-
weaponizers for this.
I'm sorry, Dalton.
Cameron's got an update on that drift that we were talking about. He says the Studio Series drift is a redeco of the Last Night drift with screen accurate deco and new head. It was intended to be an Entertainment Earth exclusive, but didn't really end up as one. Apparently, what I'm reading is it's not saying there's any difference between the U.S. and the Japanese versions of the drift.
Okay.
But a different head.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Sweet.
Thanks, Cameron.
Thank you, Cameron. Yeah.
Lincoln Park Soundwave.
Ugh.
Yeah, another chance. You miss out on the first one, you got yourself another chance.
Man, the ultimate mode, they're trying so hard to make that look like something.
I like
It's from that one episode that no one can remember.
Golden Lagoon.
Where he
I don't
turned
Yeah,
into a
Golden
flat boombox. I don't remember that.
I wonder
I don't remember
It's-
him in
it's-
Golden Lagoon.
how many
It's
more
the times are turning.
characters. How many more characters do they have to make before they have all of them that were golden?
That looks horrible.
It is. It's horrible looking.
That right there, I'm sorry. It looks.
It looks
bad.
bling bling, man.
That's
Y'all have no
revolting.
taste.
I
No
can
taste
take
at all.
I can make the robot mode.
Y'all-
I
y'all know-
can't get into that alt mode.
y'all know the
Dakota-
movie Sleeping Beauty where there's the three fairies and they're like, make it blue, make it pink, make it green,
Make it cold.
That's the way I imagine Hasbro over there whenever they're sitting in their office and they're just sitting at the table and looking at all these figures that are like, make it black, make it this, make it gold,
It'll sell. Make it this color.
make it translucent. There's a guy in Colorado that will love it.
No.
That's crazy.
There's not.
Dakota, I could have sent you a thing of spray paint and some masking tape, and you could knock this out in the afternoon.
hey, send that with all your paintless wheels, and I'll hook you.
There you go. That's going to be like a whole suitcase of stuff.
I could just get a bunch of wheels and like I'm just knocking it out with some silver paint, just hand painting for days.
What makes it even worse is that this mold here is horrible to begin with. I don't care for it.
I like it.
It's a better blaster than it was a Soundwave, but yeah.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
It was designed as blaster to begin with.
And I can see that it does make a good looking blaster, but it still doesn't make a good alt move, even for blaster.
You don't love this?
I can see that they're trying to get the play value in there. I understand that.
He's got a little DJ booth.
But when you go with the G1,
like that, it looks more like Autobot City from the movie.
DJ booth with Headmaster Raoul.
Yeah.
Just,
wiki.
See?
Let's see what else we got here. You said that's already coming out, so
it's already out. Yeah,
that's what he had.
Yeah.
You can check out Primal Sabbath's review. It's pretty sweet, very informative.
Cameron says, I don't know how many there were actually gold, but there were 29 more characters who were in the episode gold. Besides
I know Omega Supreme was
released so far.
Yeah.
Oh my
good luck with getting that one.
Let's see. They're
going to release that Titan size Omega Supreme.
They'll just do the Energon mold again.
I was gonna say, they're going to do that in gold. Okay.
and then they're going to do it in Guardian. Like, you just got like 3 Omega Supremes.
Why not?
Dude, let's talk about this for a minute, though. Specifically, Jazz. Yeah, let's talk about this movie Jazz, because what they did with this from just a design and engineer standpoint is amazing. It was so fitting to announce both of them at the same show, given what the Jazz can do. I know we're not there yet. The Megatron still doesn't look that.
I'm guessing.
The Megatron still doesn't look that great, but I think that's more like, I don't know, man. He just doesn't look as good as he did on screen, in my opinion, is what I should say. I feel like he's too.
The size looks right.
The size is right, but it's just the bulk is so crammed up in that top half on Megatron.
I would have liked a little more paint apps on him too.
Well, even in the movie, he didn't get that many good angles on him.
True.
Like, it's hard, and even the
It's not bad though. I mean, for a bag of knives, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, but honestly, you take this, you do some paint lines on it, and some some spraying on. I think it would look really good.
Wait.
Like a wash.
I'm trying to look and see, because this Jazz is great, and I really like the Solstice. It's one of my.
They did it justice, huh?
Favorite cars, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the Jazz.
Yeah,
the Megatron's not bad. The mold looks good.
But you see that little piece by the wheel on Jazz?
No.
Yes.
That serves a purpose, and we should see it here in a moment.
I can guess what that is.
Yeah, man.
Dakota, we said we weren't going to be making those type of jokes anymore.
You want to see the little thing?
But I mean, look at that, man. It just cleans up so well. I really hope they get around to doing like side swiping.
Now they're not going to do this in a 2-pack or anything, right? They're just playing them together.
No, but just play them.
Okay.
You get your MP Sam wiki though.
One running away.
Look at that.
That goes in the garbage.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
That's not a good circle.
Especially when it's pointing to.
But
there it goes.
So the figure can kind of pop in half there, and you can recreate the scene where Megatron rips it in half.
You want a piece of me?
That is awesome.
Does it actually show him holding it?
Yeah. Well, I've seen pictures of him.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of him holding it.
It's on the little PowerPoint they've got.
Another, my concern was, are the tolerances good enough on Megatron to actually hold it and do that pose?
My guess, like if you look at the like the background, not this image that we're seeing, but you see that third image down on the right.
We will.
That's him holding him.
So I would think that if they made that specifically for that, they would think to make sure the tolerances were good enough to hold it. You would hope.
Yeah, look at the promotion image.
Right. Yeah, but you know how promotional images are. Sometimes they're doctored up.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm kind of digging the little skull ring though. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think I'm in on this jazz. Like I may finally have found a movie masterpiece that I want to dip my toes into.
It wasn't the Bumblebee?
Mine was the
Definitely
Barricade.
was not the Bumblebee.
I like the Barricade.
Not to throw anything off subject here, but do you think MP Bumblebee is worth it? The bug?
I don't know.
I don't
That'd be the
think
only
so
one I
because
would
it's not show accurate, or movie accurate, I should say.
Right.
Yeah, they still had to sacrifice for those wings. But having seen the Camaro one in person, I think it looks great.
Here we
And
go, Camaros.
had I jumped on it when it was still cheap and before people wanted too much money for it, I probably would have enjoyed that pickup too.
Oh, I love the Camaro one.
I had the Camaro. I like that one.
Yeah.
I bought Barricade, but I have yet to open him.
And this,
I like
this,
Barricade. He's pretty good.
This Solstice can look great next to Bumblebee.
Dang,
Oh, look.
man,
Look who it is. It's one of the fans of the show. It's Josh Duhamel.
Man,
Josh
that's
Duhamel.
wild. We're gonna have Masterpiece Movie 1 cast before we have Beast Wars Season 1 cast.
That sucks.
I'm not
What's
even
up with
mad
that?
about it. I'm not really mad about it, to be honest.
Just
only
gets
have-
those things out of the way then.
We only have like 10 more figures to go to get our full Season 1.
Just give me the Beast Wars Scorponok. I'm good. I'll be good.
Maybe we'll find out this next weekend.
Give me
That's
Beast
true.
Wars
I
Inferno.
think that was it, right? Yeah. That's
Yes,
Inferno
sir,
would bother me too. Be all right.
Who wants to buy my Sam Witwicky? Because I'm not gonna.
The running away Sam Witwicky.
we don't need to look the stock images.
Well, then Megatron comes with the cube.
Yeah, I saw that. Really small too. It was pretty neat.
Crotch thrust.
Yeah. Here's your test
Pelvic
shot
thrust.
of the model kit by Flames Toys.
No, this is just it built. It's
No
Yeah,
transform.
that's the build.
No transfer.
you have to paint it
Transform, but
to
don't
make
care.
it look as good as.
Oh,
Yeah.
they say it's the test shot.
It could still be the test shot, but yeah. You still got to paint it if you want it to look good or better, I should say.
Because the Starscream was the same way.
This is cool though, man. Like I'm especially digging this to go with the Megatron model kit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll pick it up because I'm more of an IDW Megatron fan than I am an IDW Prime fan. But I do like both characters. I can't get past that crotches out further than head. So,
Pelvic.
You know what? I
They need
didn't think we had one of those last show, so
They need
it's
to-
good
they
to
need to-
start seeing these pictures come back.
They need
you
to
know?
cut
Yeah.
that. They need to cut that out right
You
now.
gotta remember that is the pelvic thrust.
It's either that or the cigarettes. Okay.
The move.
I'd rather the
or like creepy long fingernails.
yeah, bring those
Did you
back.
see
That was
those
a fan
earlier?
favorite. This thing.
If this will
night.
pull up.
That's what she said.
Jeez.
All right, so I've got 3 tabs for this one: robot mode and vehicle, and then base mode.
This guy's glorious.
It's fans
So-
hobby, right?
Yes, I saw this thing. Well, I saw the prototype, I should say, in person at TFCon. It's huge, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
That's one that I don't think we will ever see Takara do, just because of the sheer size.
Oh no.
People
Well,
have,
we-
people have a problem with the price now.
The thing is, it's still a fairly simple design. I'm sure Fans Hobby has some, design bells and whistles in there to make it at least fun and intuitive. But I mean,
So-
Takara could do it with a simple enough design, but it's just the size. Like that's like 3.5 heads above their tallest figures already. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but would you have thought they were going to do Star Convoy? I wouldn't have.
They don't have a Star Convoy MP. This is Masterpiece.
Joseph B.
Star
asked,
Saber.
do you think
Yeah.
they'll remake
sorry, Star
Metroplex?
Saber.
Oh, Star
I'm
Saber
sorry,
was
Star Saber.
If Star Saber wasn't a
Poppy
fan
Best.
vote, then I don't think they would have done that. But it was a fan vote.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Because I was sitting
Yeah.
there thinking, I mean, if they were going to do something like that, now granted, this is a lot bigger scale.
Right.
But
Yeah, but
I'll give Fans Hobby credit. They make a solid Transformer.
What's
They do
their
make some
what,
fun
what's
toys.
the figure you're thinking of, Sportimus, when you said that?
Well, I have their G2 Laser Optimus Prime.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
That thing is freaking awesome.
And that one's really good.
I like their
And-
monster bots. I don't have them, but I did enjoy messing with them.
I have 2 of them, and both are solid. The pink one,
I
is the
thought
best
that
one.
I thought that the plastic was quality, but I thought their transformations were very simple.
The
And
monster
that's,
bots
that's
are.
fine though. I think. Yeah.
And so was the Prime. I
If
messed
the
with
if
the
the
Prime
that's
too.
but like to me the design calls for it. And if
Yeah,
the design calls for it, then it's okay.
exactly.
Joseph, he says, do you think they'll remake the Metroplex from 2014? I doubt it. They
I
came
think
out
they
with a
are-
bunch of those.
I think they are reissuing it though.
Are they?
There is
Because
a
I need
reissue
one.
of it.
Is that Takara? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Takara's reissuing it.
It's
That
a-
I'm
I mean,
buying
it-
one. Put me down for one.
I mean, it's available right now to purchase at BBTS and ship to
Mhm.
your house. It's no
$260.
pre-order.
How much
Yeah.
is it?
$260.
That's too much.
Well,
I'm poor.
sorry, Charlie. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
How much was that originally?
That's-
Anybody?
150 for the Hasbro.
Yeah.
Dude,
Two-
I had a chance to
200
get it
for
at
the
Sam's
Takara.
Club. Sam's Club had a pallet of them during Christmas. Each of them were $50. They were just like, get these things out of here. And I
Well, it's
passed
kind
on
of
it.
hard to get one when all you got down there is Costco.
260 is way too much.
Man, that's the thing.
Takara
Like,
version.
had I known that Takara, like, whenever it did go up for pre-order, they got that on Amazon Japan for like 180 to my door. You know what I mean?
No, I like the Metroplex figure, but I don't know, man. It's a lot more than what I paid for it.
These little Godmasters are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
always
guess they
like when
scale
do
with
those.
the little Genrai Godmaster. I would assume
They
That
maybe
makes
should.
sense.
they
Yeah.
could probably be like a head or two taller. I think that would actually be proper.
That just the jet looks amazing.
I thought the tank looked pretty spot on.
Oh, is that
Just when I thought
MP10
I was
next
done.
to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, they're trying to trick us with the Voyager MP10 KO.
It's a power
Yeah.
tank.
That's what fans toys did. Yeah.
I like these little words,
Mhm.
decals
Yeah.
and stuff on it.
Yeah, Tampos are nice.
Do the treads work on this?
Doesn't look like it.
Actually,
Good
it does.
question.
It looks like
It
it looks like they
does.
wrap around. Yeah.
They're
Does
rubber
it see
pads.
these-
Behind it.
It's little rivets here.
Well, it's not just that, but if you see where the one looks like it ends, the other one on the back side, it looks like it wraps up and around.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
see?
it is. Yeah.
It's just two
Yeah.
sets.
And we just got confirmation from Cameron. He says, "I believe the treads work." I'm taking that as 100%.
They'd probably work like the Toy World Constructor, but
Yeah.
can't.
Is this
So there's-
up
wow,
for
look at
pre-order? Anyone up for
Yeah.
pre-order?
BBTS.
What was the price?
It's a little over 200.
So did you see all the little antenna and everything have a place to put them? That's what those are. The two antenna.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That is sweet. And he even has a little steering wheel.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Cameron says this Overlord is out now.
What?
It's actually out.
Crazy. Probably in China.
I like the little set of guns at the top too. Little turn.
Gotta have that for the base mode.
Exactly, but on the G1, you just put it to the side. There was no place to put it.
I love Overlord's colors. So I remember when we saw this one, it was just prototype, and I was like, I don't know. But then you see it with its colors, and you're like, okay.
Makes a difference.
Yeah,
Changed my
it's
world.
huge.
Yep.
I'm just trying to look at some of the stickers on there, the tempos, because sometimes they add little nods or jokes in there. See the little steering wheel?
Yeah, now I do. Wow.
All jets have
There,
steering wheels.
well, there was one in the tank too. And no, Dakota, my G1 Overlord does not have a steering wheel. Sorry.
than it was with a jet.
Those colors just pop.
All right, let's see base mode.
I kind of like that combined mode. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, they made it work.
That looks a lot like the G1 with the grappling arm and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And instead of the tank, the turret actually folds in instead of you taking it off.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's nice, man.
Oh, he's got handlebars again. That's important to Britt.
I like it. I gotta have
A turret with a pole bar.
If this thing came out, if it had like two little bitty motorcycles for and lay to get on, dude, Rick would be all over it.
Rick is already like, done. Yeah.
You would hear my keyboard tapping.
See, Ricky's playing with them. They're coming down the ramp.
If a little guy on a motorcycle came down that ramp, I'd be
he manages to pose a little motorcycle on a wheelie at the base of the ramp.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Oh my god. I want this even more now, even without it.
Hands-free wheelie at the base of the ramp.
Yes.
I dig that one. I do like that one.
Epic win.
All right, some perfect effect.
So, new face sculpt, new dragon head, or at least the piece that goes over the dragon head, and cryotech colors.
Yeah,
I like
great.
that. I like that the face is an homage to Beast Machine's Megatron.
Yes.
And it's not just a Beast Wars Megatron face. You still have the Beast Wars Megatron face options.
You do?
But yeah.
I like that head though.
It's just additional pieces. Yeah, I do too, man. I like the cover for the dragon head as well.
That's something that no one's touched. Beast Machine's Megatron 3P.
Right.
Like
Beast
I would
Machine's
buy that. Anything. I know, man.
Anything.
Yeah.
You know, like FunPub, they had it in the wheelhouse to do the updates, and I think that's all well and good. But I would love something that would just scale with the original line, or try to, and just start coming out with those designs, man. Because like I've got like 90% of the Beast Machine's vintage line right now.
This is like the first thing that I've seen lately that even homages it at all.
Yeah.
So I'm glad someone did something.
Well, MMC did Obsidian and Striker.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Neat.
So
too.
I just like
if you look at this with it always bugged me with the original that on his right arm he had the breastplate and it never really did anything other than a shield. And they made it so there was a little dagger that popped out on this one. I thought that was kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm. Well, the regular Megadorgon does that too.
Right
yeah.
The vintage one doesn't have that. It just has the which made it look like he just had a shield on his arm, but I was like, this is way cooler.
That's the thing, man. I feel like the Viacons are right up a third-party company's alley. Like,
absolutely.
Right in their wheelhouse. To get us something to at least go with like Generations Tank Ore, to get us a proper thrust and Jetstorm.
Yeah, but see, the other thing is they could do them in either the same scale with two different color schemes and do the drones and the leaders in one swoop.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, dude, I would buy a bunch of drones, man.
Yeah.
You know
I mean, the originals, they were smaller, but you could do them in the same size with the same molds, just do different paint apps and different molding color-wise and sell 2 or 3 times as much.
Yep.
And I know how
the Make Toy, real quick, Make Toys, just showing off where you can combine them here.
I think I've always liked Make Toys as like stylized update. I prefer to have an IDW stylized stuff. Yeah. But I do like that Make Toys is just kind of going against the grain, doing their own thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know?
It's just a matter of choosing the black one or the white one.
Yeah, I mean, there's
the black one looks good combined.
Yeah,
the white
one is the better choice
good by itself.
And getting back to Perfect Effect, I mean, I have that red one, and at least my copy's been solid.
I gotta open mine up, Sport. I just got it this week. Once I open it, I'll let you know.
All right,
this looks good though. I like this.
It does.
just so we can show Mike this guy all opened up, because
Surprised you're not getting this, Mike.
I got tired of waiting on it.
I
pre-ordered it a year ago.
Battle Station here. Hang on.
Right here, it's worth the wait.
Yeah. They should have thought about that when I had the money.
Now, is this going to scale with your 3 3/4 inch stuff?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
It'd be 10 times bigger if it was.
Well, I don't know, Dalton. I don't know how big this is, man.
There's
nothing here to scale
There's
with.
No pack of cigarettes there, Dalton. You know we can't.
Dude.
We have no idea.
I don't see no pack of cigarettes. I don't see no thumbnails.
There's
I
no
don't
can of Coke.
Yeah.
The Duke, he came in. He says, "What's up, fellas? Go Rams! I want to see Brady upset."
Look, dude, I'm right there with you. Nothing.
Me too. Yeah.
Rams all the way.
Nothing unites the country like hating Tom Brady.
Yes. Yes.
Ugh, hate Brady.
I want the referees in blue and yellow to beat the referees in white and blue.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Rams fan.
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
there's already people getting arrested and crime going on at the Super Bowl, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Patriots there, and crime is being committed.
Imagine that.
Gee, what a shocker!
So someone cheated some people out of like $1 million, like sold them some fake tickets or scam or whatever. I'm like, ooh, cheating. What do I usually associate that with?
Belichick strikes again.
Joseph says, "Do you think Hasbro will make a Leader Star Saber Desaurus?"
I think so.
I think it's possible.
Maybe next year.
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
If you look at the gimmick that's going on now, if you've had hands-on with COG, they could probably do a Star Saber and a Victory Leo and have them kind of work like that. It wouldn't be anything like the vintage, but it would be a way to put his lion shoes on, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you could, apply the same thing to that Cybertron Prime that we're getting. Do a weaponizer, Leo Breaker, and Wing Saber.
You could. I think they're going to do it, but that's just me.
But they'll probably end up calling it Sonic Bomber.
The Zeta, I can be honest that I think that their legs, I think their bodies are too thick, because it looks like whenever they transform into jet mode, it looks like they have like a cargo carrier.
That's the deal, man. Like aerial bots, you're never gonna get a perfect aerial bot. You're just not. I think the robot modes are good, and I think the combined mode is good for the limbs. But as far as a jet, it's just not going to happen. I'd love for Takara to pull one of those black magic tricks like they did with Dinobot, and like they continue to do, I feel, with movie Masterpiece and even G1 Masterpiece, to prove us wrong. But for the time being, I think we're just going to be stuck with, cargo carrying F-22s and, stuff like that.
This Harrier doesn't look as bad. It's the next one we're going to look at that, there's some the shots that they took the pictures of. It looks awful.
That doesn't look bad right there.
No,
it looks pretty good.
It looks better because you have, these ducts.
The big intakes, yeah.
Right, and of course the angle.
The big intakes and the wings are on top, yeah. Well, they all are, but well.
I think the closest we got was with the TFC ones, the standalone limbs.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's this next one here.
Skydive.
The characters that I'll always forget their names the easiest are the aerial bots.
Whoosh. Jetman.
Jetman's good.
Yeah.
Iceman.
Guy person.
See, I just think the legs are too thick right here.
Liar.
Air dude. I don't know, man. I think they're fine. Like
Jet Dude 1, 2, and 3.
I'm okay with it.
Radical
That's
Squad.
great.
I want to see what the Fancy Toys ones look like.
Looks like, oh man, okay, that's why I was like, if that flap for the hands wasn't there on the outside, I don't like. To me, that's just that's a nitpicky thing. I don't like that. If that could slide up or fold in, do something.
Oh no, I'm actually more impressed with the gun because that is spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see what Dakota's talking about. Like this little thing here that looks ugly.
Oh yeah.
It's like
It's on both sides.
yeah.
He didn't look at
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about when I was
my
looking at this.
refrigerator.
I'm like, yeah, it looks like he's gonna drop a coffin off or something.
They had to extend the front landing gear just to get his big belly underneath.
It's
Poor guy.
It's like they're all Skylinks, every one of them.
Oh my
Like
god.
when they do Weight Watchers
Packing
for
away the
Transformers.
cheeseburgers there, yeah. Jenny Craig's calling.
Get off the ground, man.
Skydive, you need to go on a diet.
They try to mask it by putting this little thing here in the front, but it
That's
doesn't.
been nothing.
That ain't gonna do nothing yet.
Well, that was
Look
it
at this
for one or
picture.
two
Oh.
cheeseburgers. After they put it on, he ate a lot more.
Does my undercarriage look fat? Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I feel like you pick up Zeta for the combined mode, 100%.
Yeah, you get fan
This
toys for
transformer
the
is
jet modes.
equivalent to like the 500-pound guy wearing a Speedo at the beach or the pool. It's like, bro, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that.
He's like, does my front area intake make me look fat? Nope, that's not it. That's not it at all.
We're fat.
It's the box behind it.
It's the parts behind it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hadn't seen that. That one's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Dude, like,
Back to
look, it looks like it's just split right here, and it looks like this was just the top part of a jet was just glued onto, like Dalton said, a refrigerator.
Well, there you go.
or one of those Holloway dumpsters that you rent for like a week.
Oh, the pod.
Well, no, like the ones that they just unload off the
Big, long
forklift.
dumpsters.
Oh,
Yeah. He's bringing lunch
Now,
for everyone.
If a little dude in a motorcycle popped out the back of that tub,
I'd be all over it.
Yeah.
You could fit a bunch of them in there.
Sounds like SWAT cats.
So now that we're looking at this, I originally was against this one and more for that. What was that TF Evo version?
Mm-hmm.
But I heard the TF Evo was like trash quality. But now, like seeing this painted up and not a digital render, like I hope that I finally have a masterpiece movie hot rod that I can 100% get behind because this does look
Once
good.
again, I'm thinking
It looks really good.
guns on this one. I think they're neat.
Hey, he's got his
Stop the
freeze the
time.
time gun. Yeah, whatever he said it was. So I hope those wings can go, kind of up or down the back, the doors, I should say.
Nope.
Yeah.
Painted rims.
They were very articulate.
Rick's buying it.
He definitely has ankle articulation.
Yeah, man, he's doing all the poses he needs to
There it
do.
is.
I just hope those door wings can fold up because they were, they were very
I haven't seen one
sporadic.
picture where they do.
Yeah, I
Looks
know.
like they're just gonna lay him back.
now Dakota, when this comes out and we do our weekly picks, I want to see this one up there. I want to see you talking about it.
The 5% that you actually do buy.
I know.
man.
I told y'all that it, like
That's the thing,
when
though,
it's-
dude.
the amount of stuff that Dakota has told me over the years that he's buying over all these shows, he should be able to fill like 3 houses full of
That's
figures.
the thing though, man. Like waiting has paid off for me on a lot of this stuff. Like the Dino, the Mirage or whatever from that deluxe scale one.
Yeah.
I heard that was trash, and I'm glad I held off on it. As much as I love the aesthetic and I want a deluxe sized Mirage from the movie, and I want a better movie hot rod than the deluxe that we got. So it's just like holding off and waiting for some reports to come in. That's
that car mode looks
do it.
amazing.
Real quick, does this look like this would like right here?
Yeah, it
Like
looks like
that
they would
connects
rotate
into that where this can rotate up and maybe
That's-
the door slides on this pin right here.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Because it
I
looks
thought they
like
would
this
show
is a
some
piece and then this like little kind of chrome or metal piece plugs into that and the door can slide forward and back there
I
and then
hope.
this can also rotate. So that's what
hope.
that's looking like.
This
Yeah,
mold is
that's
based
what I'm
on
wanting it to do.
this mold is based on the Parakill, right?
No.
No, it's
they
all
were
new.
both Lambos. It's the
They're both
model.
it's no, they're both
Trying to
completely
say all
different.
Lambos look alike?
No, this is
Maybe.
this is a new mold.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive.
All right, I believe you.
Cameron, is this the same mold as the Peru Kill?
Or an
The reason I
updated.
say it's a new mold is because we saw digital renders for it first, and not any kind of test shots or resins of it. I want to say it's going to have a different transformation too.
I like it when they have the tail lights actually painted and it's not
Yeah.
just a blank back end.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I got the Parakill.
I thought about that one too, but I just meh.
Joseph asked, any advice on how to display a collection?
Not just China cabinets.
I just did a collection video tour, so you can watch that and you can kind of get maybe a few ideas.
I
what you collect.
I subscribe to the Detolf Life. I like it.
No.
I cram all of mine in there. So it depends. Like if you build teams and have team oriented displays, for the most part, Detolfs will work out fine. But there's nothing wrong with just the basic, bookshelf approach either. I just prefer the Detolf.
I thought he was talking about how do you separate stuff. And okay, well, it could be either. This is a KFC.
Yay.
Oh, Keith.
Oh yeah, this is the one that they didn't even do the renders where the back wheels touch the ground.
Well, one of them does.
Each day we fall further and further from grace.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. It's actually hollow.
Look at that skids no one likes.
That's where you put it. So no one can look
Skids
at it.
We'll just
I've been
put that in
needing the
there.
trailer for my Lamar.
Dude, look at that. Look
We're
at
just
that
gonna stick
derpy.
this right.
Derpy Genrai.
I was gonna say, look at that little derpy Genrai. I hate picking them apart like this because their Stunnicon, or Keith X Transbots, whatever. Their Stunnicons are great.
Whatever their name is this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that little derpy Genrai is just. Look at how derpy he looks.
What, Cameron? Cameron says $150 for Genrai cap, $200 for Super Genrai trailer, and another $200 for God Bomber. That could not be right.
If it looked as good as a Takara product, I would say okay. But it doesn't, and it shows.
Totally. Hey, so I've gotten a lot of Transformers in my life. There's only one Transformer that I've ever thrown on the ground and then threw in the trash, and that is their Ultra Magnus. I hated Ultra Magnus. I threw it on the ground. I watched the paint scrape get busted up, then I threw it in the trash. Felt so good.
But
I understand that these are renders. I totally understand that these are renders. I get that these aren't even.
I wouldn't have posted these photos.
Plastic.
Yeah, but these aren't even good renders. I mean, come on.
No, this is
especially when you have Fans Hobby in the game already doing this kind of man, you come out swinging, dude. You don't come out with basic shapes.
I thought we were past the render stage where they stopped doing that. They just was like, hey, here's prototype and test shot. Yeah.
Well, it depends on how quick they want to get it out based on the competition.
Well, this seems his own factory, so he can get it. I mean, he can get it out as fast as he wants to, but
this seems like more of a pitch rather than a actual final render.
This is what we want to do. Give me money.
Oh, and here's some. Okay, here's some pictures of the Genrai.
I'll stick with Fans Hobby.
Oh, Cameron says
he looks less derpy here. Let me go ahead and kind of say that. I don't know if it was just straight on.
He broke his hip and his leg. Damn.
Yeah. The articulation breakup is not the cleanest.
I don't know. I did
Look at that, dude.
Look at that pelvic thrust. Just
look at those
Marilyn Manson.
Look at those Marilyn Manson Optimus Prime rumors from high school.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Everyone who went to high school heard it. I heard it in middle school, actually, but yeah.
Looks like he hurt himself.
And then so I bet they're responsible for that KO MP36. Because that's what that is.
Yep.
Oh, Keith, you're giving yourself away, man.
Well, there's that toilet one, I think.
There's the tee hee hee.
The T.
Right there.
Bro, that pelvic thrust is something. Okay, he does look derpy again. I'm sorry, man. I tried to find something good about it.
It's like, never mind.
This
Swindle's supposed to look derpy. Don't even start on him.
Yeah, but that's just wrong. The chest is all.
I think if it was a opaque windshield and not a clear one.
Yes, it would
Yeah.
help. It would help.
Your Ocular Max, I believe. Is it the Ocular Max one?
And if
Yeah,
they
I
would have
think
continued
so.
with the purple straight across instead of the nice little eye on his chest.
Now, is this okay? I'm trying to look for paint apps. I'm wondering
He's
if this
incredible.
he's the
I
think
eye.
it's just
a colored test shot and not a painted test shot.
We pray.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's nothing else on there. Are his eyes painted?
No, I didn't see any paint on the
Yeah,
eyes. So let's.
Yeah, this is probably just a test shot.
Yeah. Okay. Let's be a little more forgiving with this, guys.
So they need some work on the paint.
So I would assume that the windshield would have like the little bar painted around it to at least kind of clean that up. But that windshield should be opaque, 100%.
Well, and then the
Yeah,
chest would
Cameron's-
be all purple and not.
Yeah, well, Cameron says that this is definitely unpainted. The renders have the stomach all purple.
Yes.
So
yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
which is good, but it's just to me it's the chest or the windshield rather that I think is going to kill it, even with the paint on that would be on that windshield, with it being clear, or at least it should be smoky. I think they should do it smoky clear.
they just wanted to show Brett that he has a little steering wheel.
There you go. Steering wheel.
I just don't understand, why do they pose it like he's doing kung fu? It's a Combaticons. How much kung fu?
Rick,
What are they
that's not
supposed
kung
to do?
fu.
Show it stealing something?
That's
Swindle's
ballerina.
a
It's
ninja.
ballerina dancing.
Oh my gosh!
They should have had
Can you-
like $50 in the corner and him stealing it. That would make more
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly. He should have
Look,
he
Swindle-
should have like a coat on and have it open with his Rolexes.
Right.
And,
Here you go. Here's the good stuff.
His weapons and everything.
Oh, there you go,
Swindle
Rick.
is
Instead, everyone's
all
kung fu
little
fighting.
men's.
Little man.
He's got a dog too, and he's got an outfit on.
he's got a little canine unit too.
Easy.
Okay,
Needs
I'm
protection
sold.
too.
So I don't know, man.
That's a good looking steering wheel.
I think ballerina skids or ballerina whatever this guy is. I think he's a Swindle. You know all them G1 names sound alike.
Oh.
I told you don't start.
Send your hate mail to Dakota.
Man, I thought about picking up that Diaclone Sunstreak. I don't know, just seeing it there, like I really want that mold, but I just can't do it.
I don't know,
Sunstreak.
Dakota.
You
I
gotta
might
get
get
that
lost your
Sunstreak.
box of
Sunstreak
stuff.
is awesome.
What you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah.
Here you go. Here's your foot mode. Wait, does he not have a foot? It's just going to be that little toe out there.
Man,
Like
that's a foot.
little hoof.
That's a foot.
It's like a
But I
pig's
thought the
hoof.
hoof
Man,
was
don't
in
make
the
fun of
front.
that man's little feet.
Yeah,
Who are
I
you?
thought
Who
the
are
front-
you?
I want him to have like the regular feet, like this one.
Oh, you want him to have some big feet, huh?
It looks
What are you
like
trying
he's
to
just
say? You gotta have all your
hoof.
toes to be able to walk?
Oh, geez.
Man, what if Swindle's a diabetic? Or Bruce
I know,
is a
Hey.
diabetic? Man.
And he lost his toe. All toes matter, man.
I see. I just checked.
What are those
check Mike.
those mythical creatures that have like the bottom of like goat feet and then up is a human?
A little
That's
hoof.
what he
Standard.
Bruticus look like. He's got just hoofs for feet and then regular body up.
The Minotaur.
Maybe they're going with the too inaccurate feet here. Then they'll probably come with like G1 toy foot plates.
Or a sage. Yeah.
I like that foot mechanism though, or that ankle mechanism rather. I think that's a clean
that's
way to
cool.
do it. Yeah.
Big feet.
Nice to
matter.
hide it, though.
And Cameron
Man.
says that they're advertising their Bruticus will be all built in, no parts forming beyond the 5 robots themselves.
That
That I like.
that's a feat. That is a feat. You know, I mean, a feat. Get it? I think that's I think that I think
You know, the
that
funny
that's.
part is you made a pun, and I don't think you even knew it.
Oh no, I knew it. I think that that's going to be very interesting, especially for the bots that have hands. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting to see.
And here's your verses. So
I'm
I'd say
telling you,
that.
that first one looks Looks good.
None of them look good.
Yeah, the first one I like.
The Unique Toys looks good.
I like it. I don't remember what it looked like combined, but
I'm not a fan of
I
any
like
of
Zeta
them.
Toy. Zeta Toy Swindle looks like he's been working out at the prison.
yeah, he's been at the gym. Yeah, he's going.
He's not Swindle anymore. He's swole.
He's swollen.
Yeah, man. Look like he's been bench pressing in prison.
You cannot tell me that Unique Toys does not look good.
Well, I like the
vehicle mode. Yeah, vehicle mode for
that
sure.
looks good. Now, if we had a better steering wheel, I'd be perfect.
Does he even have a steering wheel? You can't even see if he does.
Second one, I'm sorry, I see the second one, and I keep thinking of the animated series Cars, and those look like eyeballs. They do.
I see it now.
Now you can't unsee it.
And then even in his robot mode, he's got the little hoofs.
Little hoofs.
Little hoofs.
So he can prance around.
That's why he was doing ballerina earlier, man.
Showing off his hoof.
Right.
Hoof life.
He's representing
Hoof life.
hoof life.
Toe life.
Believe Transformers Dreamwave.
No transform?
That's not a transformer, right? It's a.
I believe the Dreamwave stuff does transform.
This one, really?
No, man, because they're using the
looks
logos.
like a super articulated statue.
Yeah, they're using the logos and the name Megatron, so I'm gonna assume this is licensed.
I think
and
it's
no
just
transform.
whoever the photographer was.
They're not scared no more, man.
It looks good. If only it would transform.
Dude, if we get to a panel where it shows the vehicle mode, I'm gonna go, oh, that'd be so cool.
Then you find out that they just send you two of them, one in vehicle mode. You get both.
There you go.
Oh,
Remember those records you liked? It's the same company.
no.
Yeah, Transform Dreamwave.
So is this
Their
what
records
scale?
they're making their records big, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Human Alliance sized.
Yeah, I'm out
That's impressive.
because they were supposed to be deluxes. I thought, or there was a company that was doing them in deluxe size. At which point I would have been in. Cameron,
What size is this?
holler at your boy. This is probably going to be, Human Alliance / MP size, if I had to guess. Which is perfect to go with the movie 1 Megatron, dude, for sure.
Totally agree.
And this looks good, man. Wow.
You Transform Dreamwave stuff, man. Or Dream Factory.
Good. TF Dream Factory. Oh, wait.
Transform Dreamwave was the ones to do the upgrades for combiners.
Oh, okay.
And just this Toy World picture. I mean,
Another-
they have this picture here for I don't know, but
Well, I mean, dude, no, like companies should stop with Devastator. Retire Devastator. He is not needed anymore.
Yeah,
we don't care about your repaints. We don't care about
Dakota. We haven't got a blue translucent Devastator yet.
Or a purple one. Come on now.
this. Is halfway there, sport. Like this is dude. This is just too much, man. Like Devastator was the first one. It's time to send them out. Like this.
I just
Put
can't believe
them out the pasture.
enough of these to make it worth the while to puke them out.
Yeah, man. Take them out back. Tell them you love them, and double tap. That's it.
Oh, hey,
And tell them about the rabbits.
That old yeller.
Cameron's got good news for you, Dakota. He says Toy World still hasn't done either their Diaclone or Shattered Glass decos of Devastator yet. So
Good.
look forward to those, buddy.
And we all need that.
Oh man, that's too much.
Taste the rainbow.
Okay.
Every color.
More Toy World.
Speaking of Toy World,
Your little legend scale.
This one I'm
No,
excited
that's the
for.
thing. This isn't supposedly. This
It's-
isn't legend scale. It's like I think someone said it stands at like 5.5 inches tall, which would put it the same size as the original, which is smart because it does look very similar to that original design.
Yeah.
And now people,
but-
because this figure broke a lot, the original Megatron,
I
the
get
brown
that, but if
plastic.
they just make it a little bigger, then you'd have your masterpiece.
Well, they need to make it a lot bigger.
A lot bigger.
He needs, to be a head taller than
Primal.
MP43. No, Megatron. He needs to be a head taller than Megatron. The one that's coming out from Takara. But I think this is great for people who are collecting the vintage Beast Wars and they're on their third or fourth Transmetal Megatron.
Yeah.
Get this, man, and don't regret it. Because, I mean, the Takara one is still pretty pricey. You can usually find it for $40 to $50, but this, I think, would be a sure thing to jump on if you can't find that original Takara.
Well,
I'm passing up on it because I've got the Takara. I mean, I've already got the Takara one, but I think this is sweet. I wish it was Masterpiece, guys. To get all three Megatrons in MP form would be great.
In 1 year.
I've got the Armada Predacon, which is the repaint of the Beast Wars Transmetal Megatron.
Right.
I like it, but it doesn't have that color scheme that I prefer.
What the hell is this mode?
This is his
roller skates mode.
It was in there.
He's got roller skates and
Beast
VTOLs.
Wars, Josh.
They roller skated.
Don't forget that Megatron, that Babe Former has roller skates too. They're just bigger.
Yeah. Right.
That's true.
Right.
They were into
I don't like that one either.
Throwback.
Also, Cameron, supposedly the purple. These are not final painted colors. They do plan on making it more, bright.
Glossy.
There's your final right there.
Are they going to make him chrome, or is it going to be like a metallic paint?
I think it's going to be metallic. I mean, chrome I think would fit better with the line, and they may do chrome. I think they should do chrome.
I like the purple
if it's meant to fit in with the toy line.
I do too. I think it looks pretty, like the lavender. I think it looks good.
Hey,
I think it needs to be darker.
Cameron,
I think it needs to be chrome.
Cameron, I don't know if you could answer. Anime was a mistake about his keeping your Megatron in good condition. I don't know. It's kind of like what Rick said earlier in the show. You just can't have sausage fingers whenever you're transforming the thing. You just got to be careful.
Where were you saying, Mike?
This dude, I'm so I need to find another G2 breakdown by X-Transbots because I think I'm gonna actually go in on this combiner on the G2 Minosaur.
It's tempting.
Wild Rider looks good.
Yeah,
because Brett won't give me his for $100, which is a ripoff.
Nope.
I tried, but yeah. So I think I've got the Combiner Wars one, and I love that, man. I think it's a nice novelty thing, and I think I'll go in on the Masterpiece. I just need to buy another breakdown to so I have my breakdown shelf. But this is cool, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving that they're doing this. I hope they continue to do this. I hope Hasbro gives us a Combiner Wars Defensor, G2 Defensor. And
overdue.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen, Mike.
Try to come up with a G2 Technobots if they can.
That I don't care about. I just want the Defensor and the Minosaur because I'll never own the originals. So, this is great. I wish. I hope, man. I hope they redo that breakdown so it'll have that design up on the roof.
The sploosh.
Yeah, the sploosh. So that way, I mean, because Wild Rider has his little, crazy stripes up there. But, anyways, man, this is dope.
Oh, that breakdown robot. These colors look good.
They do.
They do.
Dude, that was the toy to get at TFCon Chicago. Fight me.
Almost everyone had one.
Yeah, dude.
No, I agree. That thing looks sharp.
These molds are fantastic. Anybody who hasn't put their hands on the molds, both molds are fantastic. I think breakdown, the engineering is slightly better, but because the Wild Rider mold, you really have to know what you're doing to tab everything in when you go back to car mode.
Be careful
or back to robot mode with
you don't
clear plastic.
You do have to be careful, but not that careful. There is a trick to it, though, and I haven't seen a YouTuber.
I have a question.
Do the
Because
trick.
I know the boxes were the same. Is it still a styrofoam insert on the G1 version?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's cool. I wasn't sure if that was something that was like.
No, they're all styrofoam.
I wish they would have come on a card. I think that would have been cool.
Oh, and Anime and Artemis, I wouldn't worry about the feet scratching by putting it on a glass cabinet or.
I don't think
shelf.
any of that stuff
Yeah.
shows, does it? It doesn't show
No.
in gun mode.
Only thing is
understand.
putting the silencer on is you need to be a little bit careful and removing the orange plug if you do that.
If you bought it from the U.S.
This is a test shot, painted test shot, I believe.
This X Transbots too.
I believe so.
Cool.
Man,
I can't wait to see the G2 colors one. Yeah.
The black and blue, yeah.
And it comes with it comes with a little guy on a steering wheel.
Yeah, it comes with a little man, Rick.
Steering wheel. All right.
Yeah, I'm already all in on the X Transbot Stunner.
Oh, yeah.
Those fat rubber tires there too.
The brake
nice.
rubber tires.
They're all rubberized. Yeah.
I can't believe.
Be cool if you could take the little.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it'd be cool if you could take the little driver off and put the the Ocular Max Rumble in there.
I don't think it's that big.
Oh no, just have him sitting on top of it like you did in the cartoon.
The Masquerade episode or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Here's X Transbots as well.
Josh, you're gonna be proud of me, man. This is actually one that I had as a kid, the GT Beachcomber.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I think out of nostalgia, I'll probably pick this one up.
It looks really good.
I don't care for that mold though.
The vehicle mode is a little derpy, but like I said, it's an itch that I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. It's just the transformation on him is kind of
Yeah.
Why has he got birds all over him? Tell me the secret. Why?
'Cause he's Nature Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't G2 Beachcomber a Decepticon though?
I don't know.
I could have sworn he had little Decepticon logos.
Maybe it was just the G2 Autobot logo.
I mean, well, I don't know, man. Like it's been so long.
It's just the way you played with him. You wanted him to be a bad guy.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They had like
one day he just
Decepticon
snapped.
off to the side, didn't they? It wasn't just it wasn't just like the logo. I think they actually had the words too.
Didn't they have their names on them or something like that? Yeah.
Probably. So yeah, man, this is cool. I like it. I think this is neat. I didn't have a whole lot of G2, so Keith, don't get ahead of yourself.
That is such a weird looking dune buggy.
Robot mode is aces though.
Yeah.
It's actually I've got the original one of these. It's really nice. The backpack folds up really nice. So there's not too much kibble.
So we got a couple Iron Factory things. Here's your Megatron.
Minor Megatron, or I guess right after being a minor Megatron.
There's all four versions of them.
Yeah, like do everything with them.
Oh,
what's this? He comes with little hands.
Little hands for Starscream, yeah. That's cool.
I still think their DJD is awesome. I don't know if I'm getting them, but I think they're really cool.
Be careful with Tarn.
Isn't that the first one shipping? Dalton, didn't he just ship? I got a little notice for him shipping.
I don't know. I didn't buy him.
How do you know about that? What am I supposed to be careful with? You said that.
Well, no, on Tarn, the whole.
You're just gonna have to wait for his review.
PR has been talking about it like it's super scary. There's been some stress marks in places.
Which is strange for Iron Factory, man. They're normally like on point with plastic quality.
They're trying to make them a combiner. Maybe that's
what it is.
I want to see that all together before I, like in color rather before it's something.
It's very colorful.
It looks nice. Yeah, so got some more Iron Factory stuff. So some individual pictures of the Mirage.
Man, I hope
I like that
Mirage
car.
Looks good. I love, it's
2 more
probably
weeks.
My favorite character from G1.
He's awesome.
Is Toy Fair in 2 weeks?
I believe so.
Oh man, that'd be perfect where it pair up, or we are already going to do a show.
Because it's the 16th, so yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Looking forward to seeing some Beast Wars at Toy Fair.
You think we'll see Mask?
I hope so.
Me too.
But not with Indiana Joe.
I'm in on it.
Dude, every Toy Fair in San Diego Comic-Con since they bought the thing like 3 years ago, me and Rick have been like,
oh yeah,
you
totally.
see Mask? I bet it's this show. And meanwhile, Dakota's just like, guys.
I feel like I've even like made up like fan fiction that I thought was real. Like I'm like, what if they bring out, the car on the, like bring out Gator, give me something, like bring him out and have the toys.
Oh yeah, you heard they're going to give us that Masterpiece Galvatron too.
Oh yeah,
It's on its way, guys. Don't forget, save your money. Masterpiece Galvatron. It's being made.
What's that date? What's that new date? What's that cutoff date this time?
July.
Okay.
To be announced.
Well, one thing's for sure, we will be seeing the new Power Rangers from Hasbro. I'm almost betting on that for sure.
Oh, and I want to see. One thing I do want to see is the new Overwatch figures too. So
I bet we see another Beast Wars masterpiece before we see a Galvatron announcement.
Oh, you know we will.
All right, let's get back to the toys here.
Okay.
The Iron Factory little warpath, so you can have them.
I feel like this would actually scale with Chug.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Nothing beats that deluxe though.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Deluxe, yeah.
It's a great deluxe. I love it as Striker, but I think that this is a great Chug warpath.
I had to cut the back of its missile off because it kept on like hitting the back of other figures and shooting off across the room.
Oh, I did that too. Yeah.
Yeah, this little guy's been out for a few months now.
Hey, this little Ironhide or not Ironhide, Warpath.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby Warpath.
Okay. So you see the pictures of him. All right.
Looks like Tron.
And now you have another option. If you don't like that, so you got Final Victory.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
See, this I think is more G1 aesthetic, where I feel the Iron Factory is more like War for Cybertron looking.
Well, it reminded me of the tanks from Beast Machine. The other ones. I like this better.
Yeah.
I don't like anything that Final Victory is doing.
Had its kind of own aesthetic, which I do dig, but
like I said, I feel like this Final Victory is definitely G1 inspired.
Well, wait till you see Braun with his spinners.
If it's the same size as the Iron Factory one, then I think you're in the clear for a good Chug warpath.
These are MP.
They are? Oh.
They're MP scaled, yeah.
So
that's why I don't like the look of them.
Then he would be what, deluxe size? Probably.
Not quite.
Hey, look,
Bumblebee size, I guess.
Yes.
His feet are bigger than that one Swindle that we looked at.
Well,
the Ocular Max Swindle.
Yeah, but his feet are always supposed to be big. They were even in the cartoon.
Yeah.
His feet are bigger than what the Brutuscus feet are.
My man's got some size 35 Earth
I dig this one. I like it.
Extra wide.
I don't like the hollowness of the gun. That bugs me.
Cameron said Final Victory is almost Voyager size, just short for MP Carbots, but they're about $40 each.
Yeah, but for mini bots, that's probably about right.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, with Braun, you got like really thin tires and big old spinners.
I'll wait for the fans' toys.
I'm getting this add-on set.
Yeah.
As soon as I get paid, I'm adding it to cart. It's available now. I just wanted to show it off because it's glorious.
I'm gonna buy up all the
ones. What parts do you get with it?
You get the shield, a new helmet. You get the
holy crap,
the little Hungar, new knees. You get the feet. You get new hands, and then
so basically everything but the main bots and the gun.
And you get like so. This is new. Wow. This is new. The feet, the hands, and then you got these little side clips right here. The shield, a new head, and
Josh, where are you buying yours from?
TF Source. Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna buy them all.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm buying them all on Big Bad because I know you're gonna buy them on Big Bad.
No, Big Bad. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. I'm just gonna clear them out. Then you'll have to go through me.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, let me know how that works out for you.
He's like Nolan Swindle over there.
Right?
Me and the Bayou.
I say, I bought them all.
Come on down to the big bad toy swamp.
Hey, Hex, you want this add-on set? Then come over here and help me paint some of these tires, these wheels for Rick. I got about 1,000 lined up in the driveway.
Just watch out for them gators.
They're just all taped off, and it's just going across with like a can of Krylon, just in one line.
Can you afford Krylon?
That's all you get. One swipe.
Just one spray. If it runs out on one of them, it's gonna cost you extra.
You didn't ask for the deluxe paint job.
Does anyone need this gun?
Nope.
No? Okay. That's Shockwave's love, though.
No thanks.
All right. So here's for Dalton.
Ooh.
These are Walgreens exclusives. Didn't you say you play Kingdom Hearts?
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to be picking up Kingdom Hearts 3 here after I pay Mike.
I'm playing it right now.
I want to play it because I hated 1. I love 2, so I think I'm going to enjoy it. I think I'm going to enjoy
Dakota. It's like game changer. It's so much better. It's so much more.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm so looking forward to it.
I've never played it.
Yeah.
What scale is this? Better be 3 3/4 inch.
It's 6.
You're funny, man.
Because man, if they would do some Final Fantasy characters in 3 3/4 inch, oh my word!
You get Squall and Cloud.
I would get them all. Sephiroth mostly, but
You
yeah.
get the nobody.
Who's the kid with the white hair? Riku.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love a 3 3/4 inch Riku. Like Sora was never really that great, but
Or there's Roxas too.
You like the bad boys.
yeah. Rick, he's the kind of guy that would ride a motorcycle.
But absolutely, I like him.
Here's your Wave 3 Vintage.
Dude,
Look at that.
Look at that
more
cutie.
than just a coin trick.
That cutie patootie Prince Adam.
I'm sold on all of them.
The Merman. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I'd want all of them if I collected the vintage stuff.
Yeah.
Merman always just looks so petrified.
Merman looks. Was his face always like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Adam looks extra swole.
I was gonna say extra pink, but
Real men wear pink vests.
He looks fabulous.
That's the problem.
And your Crystal Man at Arms.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but why didn't they make his mustache crystal?
It's
like pop.
Floating mustache.
Floating mustache and eyebrow.
Well, yeah, because it's all crystal there.
You should see Tila.
Well, she's doing the peekaboo thing.
Yeah.
So, and he disappeared.
Ooh.
Brett's
Wow.
coming hard with them dad jokes.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
That looks
Are they
weird.
White or just hollow?
Probably her teeth.
White.
It's painted white.
Oh, that must be ice.
Look, guys, a little bit of
Yeah,
90.
she was-
Look,
yeah.
if you want to take care of the paint issue, a little bit of 91% isopropyl alcohol won't damage the plastic.
Uh-oh.
Hey, this guy, he can hang out with your all gold sound wave.
Yeah, there you go.
That
It
was
looks
from
better.
the-
It
Josh,
looks-
Josh,
paint
you
looks
remember the
even
Pound
better.
Cake Award? They did the
Yes.
Pound Cake Award.
Oh,
I was just thinking,
it pointed out to you found out because you're like, dude, they come in male and female.
I'm just thinking that all the beat up man on eBay, you can just buy them and just spray paint. And there you go.
It's because I had to turn it over when I was spray painting it, and I just started giggling.
These
Josh was
little,
like, what, dude?
these little plastic Shetland pony toys from Target. They were like $2 or whatever. I bought 3 of them, and we were gonna spray paint them gold, or Dakota was, because he's the painter. And we were gonna take them to BotCon and hand them out as awards. And we were gonna give one to Pete. Well, as he was painting, he was like, "It's a male." Like they actually put it all, it all on there.
He's anatomically correct, huh?
Yes, yes, he is. The scale and everything. But like I showed
For accuracy.
Josh. Oh man, it was funny.
Make him race the floor. Okay, so let's get the little action features in there. Okay.
As seen on TV.
Which is really
I haven't even
accurate. I mean,
It
the
was actually one of my
filmation stuff.
favorites.
that little sticker, do you guys think that's accurate? Because the Filmation stuff we're buying, that's as seen on TV. This is colors as seen on TV, maybe.
No, they're also molded with the faces are different, the hair.
I thought so.
But
There
the
are
ones
some
on TV,
differences.
they didn't have the short little legs and
No.
stuff. You know?
They did.
Maybe as in like the old toys or whatever.
Yeah,
commercial legs.
exactly.
Also, do you notice this on the inside? How the merman, how he has yellow on it, it's not blue there, and then how he has the pink on the inside. You know, on that joint.
Yeah.
Do you like that? I mean, it's minor, and I'm sure he has purple, you know, or the darker purple.
Right.
I don't think these are final anyway.
Be
Really?
cool
They're
if
in
they had some
package here?
knees.
Yeah, they probably just threw them in there.
Okay.
I think it's cool for the people that collect
Hopefully.
them, though. I mean, I'm glad that they're
I still like
covering
Trapjaw.
everything.
I think he looks good.
Yeah.
Man, Trapjaw on the secondary market. Ooh.
Oh, here you go, Mike. But all we're looking at is the DC
Hey, I've
Primal
seen
Age.
these in stores now. They're pretty cool looking. I've come really close to picking some of these up because they look really cool.
Who makes
They were-
these?
Funko.
Oh,
Funko.
no,
Of
my
course
God.
it's Funko.
It's
Yeah,
always Funko.
Crypto the Super Dog.
DC
Super
Primal
dire
Age
wolf.
stuff.
Oh, these things.
The 2000X He-Man, like it was a better cartoon than the Filmation. It was, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
story was
Oh,
just
yeah.
better and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
No argument there.
Yep.
Oh, Bizarro.
No, we're not pop territory. We're just looking at these because they are action figures. You know, they are kind of cool.
Me and Sport were talking yesterday how the Batcave looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh, there's your Target exclusive right there,
I
Mike.
haven't seen this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
he's the Chase, man. You need to get in on Target,
I
man.
don't see no Chase sticker. I just see a store sticker. You're right.
He
You
looks
know,
like
well,
he
you
gained
have
some
to
weight.
chase them down at Target. That's what I'm saying.
But no, they have these on end caps right now.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. I mean, it's whatever.
Before Mike could get started, Josh is like, on to the next thing.
That's all right.
You can't click fast enough, yeah.
Yeah.
You're collecting these. I
look.
thought about getting into this, and I can't do it, Rick. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
they messed us up on the icons, right?
That's a pretty cool Kazam.
Yeah, they did mess us up on that. I love the way they look,
Already
though.
out.
Yeah. I've gotten everybody. I don't have these. These are the only ones I don't have.
No, these don't come out until like August or
Dude, this
September. Or
is
something.
where
They look good though.
is this Mattel?
No, this is DC Collectibles, where they made them
Okay.
7 inches instead of like 6. They took all their accessories away.
First of all, that's ridiculous. Second of all, this is where like you see the holes for the plastic pin for the ab crunch. Just ruins the sculpt, man.
Yep, right there.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people
Oh.
when I was watching some reviews because I was like, all right, do I just catch up and buy all these? And I saw they were like, took the heads off. They're like, this is like a kind of almost a translucent plastic. Like it's a very cheap plastic.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. Like that's where like nope.
I think the face
But
sculpts look
it's
pretty
that
good.
it's
They look,
yeah, the face
they look
sculpt's
good.
fine, but it's
They look good on the shelf. Like when because you're only going to see the front of them. I see what Dakota's saying.
Yeah,
But
that hole
on
is
the
distracting.
shelf, they look really good. And it's because 7 inches gives them a little bit more presence too, and you can nail the face sculpts just a little bit better than you can on a 6 inch.
I don't know, those
is it
icons
really
are
that much of a difference?
they nailed on.
Between
icons.
the icons were a little bit smaller than the 6 inch, so when they scaled up, it's a noticeable difference for sure.
I'm just looking at it from a Marvel Legends standpoint, and that's where you know.
They don't go together.
Yeah.
They don't scale right.
Different universe.
Not my world.
In the universe where everyone is 1 foot taller.
Exactly.
I kind of want to see what they're going to show at Toy Fair to figure out if I'm going to be all in, because there are only maybe like a dozen or so figures in. I want to see if they're showing anything at Toy Fair to see what I want to do.
I mean, and there's that new company because Mattel lost DC, so the So I want to see if they have something. They won't have anything at Toy Fair, obviously, because I mean that just happened like what, a month ago or something.
Yeah.
So there's no way they could have anything ready for Toy Fair.
They could probably have a painted up resin of at least something. I don't think that's.
I just need to see, if they had something like that, to where I could at least see, here's the articulation, here's the scale, and here's the idea of what we're trying to do with sculpt. Then you could sell me on that.
They got all that Aquaman money now. I don't want to hear any excuses.
This is from Diamond Select. Here's your Psylocke.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love me some Psylocke, but
and legs.
It's rough. That's rough.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm not being
Select
to the Diamond Select ones.
Diamond Select is really
in 1995. This might have been cool, like with your Toy Biz Wolverine and stuff. But
yeah,
it's
dude.
rough.
Diamond Select used to have the superior sculpt, man. I don't know what happened, but they've gone. Definitely gone downhill.
Even that Danger Room. I mean, give me like a toilet paper thing and like a piece of cardboard, and I can do something.
Is that what this is? So you can put a piece of toilet paper on.
Yeah.
I mean,
like the next figure you buy, it has the toilet and the sink and stuff.
I
know what it is.
If you could, like, if they had multiple Danger Room pieces for each release, then I think that would be.
And it looked good.
Something like it would at least be worth it to pick up the Danger Room pieces to put them all together, and then display with your Hasbro stuff. But yeah.
So you like Mafex? They're 112.
Nope.
I hear they've improved.
Well, this is for Dakota.
See, that's the thing, man. I've got the Hasbro Legends. Like I'm so happy with the Legends Wolverine. But this looks good. I think if I didn't have that, but like right now, the only thing I'm seeing is claws that I don't have to like hair dry and bend into place. So that I think is
annoying.
Yeah, this is where I think this figure is probably better than that, and he comes with the heads. But other than that, man, that Hasbro Legends is basically perfect.
It's nice. For the price point, you got to look at the price point.
Absolutely.
It's nice.
But this isn't terrible.
No, this looks good, but
I definitely dig this. But yeah, like I've already got my Wolverine in that scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got several of them now.
This is cool though. I think this does add to the table, but not that much.
Yeah.
One McFarlane thing. So you get another what is it, Jareth or whatever. There you go, ladies. That's for the ladies. So
that's definitely for the ladies.
Because McFarlane fans are all ladies.
No, I'm just saying it because it's the.
Oh, I totally got it.
What's his name? Yeah,
I got you.
This one's for Rick.
Oh yeah, remember? Didn't I say that on one of these shows? I don't know. They've never made like a Scream Queen. They don't do that. So it is cool, but man, I'd like to have the young version too.
I want to trade in Place's Swedish outfit version.
Yeah. They should just do a box set. Give me the True Lies version, a little older, a little more experienced. Always talented.
Always.
Yeah. It's cool that they're doing this, and they just did the new Michael Myers. So
when I was watching the movie, and you know what scene I'm talking about, I was like, "Dang, Grandma!"
I know.
Yeah.
She still does it.
Not like full, but enough. Yeah.
Doesn't show all the talent.
It's like runway talent.
It's back of Sears catalog talent.
Oh my goodness. All our viewers like, what's a Sears catalog?
I grew up as those were fading out.
She ran into a bunch of shotguns, I guess.
She likes her weapons. That's all I'm going to say.
She works at a gun store.
Some more NECA stuff. Here's your Alien vs. Predator arcade 2-pack.
Oh, the wrappers? Yeah, 2-pack.
I got it.
I tried.
I got it.
That's a really cool arm for it to just explode on you as soon as you take it out of the box.
I'm surprised it didn't explode for the picture. Yeah.
Here's your Elder Predator Golden Age Ultimate Edition.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
If they were numbering these things, it'd be 858.
No joke, man. All
That's
these people that always see that they're like, man, I love the Predators. I can't wait to get more. I'm like, you do realize that besides like the
5 every
face,
year,
that they are selling you the same thing over and over. This is just printing money. This is printing money.
Yeah. But this one's green.
Oh, we're gonna add like an armor shoulder pad, and here's a different helmet.
Gotta pay for the tooling on that armor shoulder pad.
I mean, we could say the same thing about Seekers, though.
No, you can't.
No.
Dude, there's like 800 of these things.
They got Seekers beat in this one. They're jealous.
Astromechs. Do the same thing.
I do like the colors on them, though.
I keep waiting for like a YouTube video to pop up, like a Predator collector, and they open up their warehouse, and it's literally all 800 figures.
Oh my god!
Rick, there's a my cousin. He's big into Predator. He's part of a Facebook group. He's seen a bunch of like all of these really cool like Predator themed collections, like custom displays. The Predator fans, man, they go all out on this.
They're crazy.
Yeah. And they got all the they got all the 1/6, they got all these NECAs, they got all the McFarlane stuff, so it's wild, man. It's a bunch of the same junk, but it's wild.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine, like, there's collectors in our group where they're just like, I just want Seekers. Just every representation of Seekers. That's all I buy. The whole collection is just Seekers.
No one.
There's you guys out there like that, but yeah.
They're like, I keep hoping Impossible Toys will pop back up, but
here's what is it? The Assassin Predator from that fantastic new Predator movie that Rick loves.
No.
Did they make another new Predator? Or is this the one that Lawrence Fishburne was in?
Oh, the comedy one.
There's a newer Predator.
There's a new one.
The Predator, really? Isn't it?
It's got
it's the Predator.
It's got Olivia Munn in it, and they let her talk. So,
Rick,
she told you when she did Psylocke that she just didn't want to be another pretty face anymore.
Rick, how is Olivia Munn in this movie?
I mean, it's nothing special.
No, I'm not talking about acting.
It's nothing special.
Okay,
I knew what you meant.
Okay.
Here's those 8-inch Migos style. You got a new Freddy.
See, this is it's funny, man. This is what Mezco used to look like. Like all the loose fitting clothes, and now Mezco's tightened it up.
That doesn't even look like the movie. It's like the guy down at Spirit of Halloween.
It's a little like, what is that? The Michelin Man.
Yeah,
dude, he does. Oh my goodness,
it's ridiculous.
That looks really bad.
But you won't read anything like that on Twitter being retweeted by him. It's all the praises.
Look at that face, man. That's oh my goodness.
Oh, they got some more.
Oh,
the Karate Kid. Look at that Johnny Lawrence.
Oh my god.
We're only 30 years too late for that one. That's all. But it comes with an award. Look at that.
They say that it's going to come with a mat and poster, so I guess they're lining up how it's going to come in the box. But look at that Johnny Lawrence face. That's nothing like him.
That's right after the kick. That's what his face is.
This one's, I guess,
a little better.
Would be all right because you get the little Walkman and the face is painted, but yeah.
Where's Miyagi?
I would have been maybe interested in just a Johnny Lawrence if it would have been their regular scale and not this weird Migos style one. All right, here's their quarter scale foot soldier.
Dang, man.
They need to make these down to the 6-inch.
Dude, quarter scale is ridiculous. You collectors,
Yeah.
doll collectors are getting out of hand.
If you drew, I mean,
I sold my quarter scale stuff.
I just think that's too. I mean, I guess it works, for something that you would do a small cast like Turtles, but Foot Soldiers, you're gonna want 50.
I know. Yeah, it's just.
You know what I mean?
It
Like
doesn't
that's
make sense.
That's nuts.
Oh yeah, if they come out with the small ones, they don't make them exclusives where they sell them at Target or GameStop or whatever. Then I'm gonna buy probably for at least 4 of them. And you already know I'm about that 1/1 scale life now too, Dakota.
Yeah,
dude, he's over in the thing is over in the corner, and then every once in a while I'll glance over there and completely forget about it because I haven't had it set up, but a week, and it like almost scares the crap out of me. Or I'll walk into the room, the lights off, and turn them on, and just come sit down. And
he walks in there. He's like, "Who took 30 minutes to put on my cosplay?"
It takes longer than that to put that sucker on.
Take that off right now.
Just been waiting for me in the heat because I know they would die from heat exhaustion. I need to get. Someone told me about like some kind of vest that has like ice packs in it.
You just pump cold, like, dude, just get some antifreeze or some Freon. I mean, pump some Freon, pump some Freon through that vest. Just like
kids, don't do that at home, please.
Forget Tide Todd's.
Go get your license to buy R22 and make a vest. You just pump the R22 through it.
All right, was this? Now we're looking at 1/6 scale. Was this Nun movie that popular to where they should get a 1/6?
I wanted to go see it, but I don't know.
He has like this whole connected universe. James Wan that did Aquaman. I guess when everybody wasn't looking, he created like a whole universe because it's the Conjuring movies, the Nun, Annabelle. They're all part of the same connected universe.
What?
So. Yeah.
Well, then they're making a Crooked Man movie too now.
Yeah.
But you ask yourself, like, what type of company would waste their time on something like this?
And what collector?
It's QMX, which it's QMX. They also make the Star Wars ones, or not Star Wars, the Star Trek. So.
Mm-hmm.
I would if it wasn't expensive, I would get this just to freak people out.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
I'd go to my friend's house and have them not know I have it, and then put it somewhere like right above the toilet. You know what I mean? So that way later at night, whenever they go to use the bathroom, just all they see.
Stand there and just turds falling behind them.
Just like a horse walking in the street, man. That's what they'd be like.
just flows right on out.
I'll have none of that.
Pretty cool.
She gets a half body too.
It's different head. Is that the only reason why?
Oh, maybe they're just showing off the head. Okay, I thought that was coming with the. I'm like, what are you supposed to? I was like, that's gonna look weird on the shelf with it just sitting like that, with no clothes on.
And then it walks around holding the painting of itself. Yeah.
Oh, that's from the movie.
You know what? I don't know anything about this manga or whatever, but I want to see this movie. It looks interesting.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, I just recently saw it. Have y'all guys seen Mortal Engines?
Nope.
It's the one where the cities are tanks
on
and
wheels,
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I always thought, I was like, man, that's kind of interesting, but I'm not going to pay money to go see it in theater. I actually watched it, and it's a good fantasy movie. I liked it.
That's cool.
It was enjoyable. So
I'll wait for Netflix.
Yeah.
Get it from Redbox for $1. Cheap.
I'm already paying for Netflix.
When does this movie come out? I want to see it.
Coming up here soon, next couple of weeks, I think, maybe.
Is it?
I think they came out in some preview areas.
Tomorrow's Super Bowl, and I downloaded the demo for Anthem.
Dude, when is Anthem due out? It's got to be soon.
It's the 22nd is when it comes out.
22nd. Jeez, man, I need to sell some stuff to buy Anthem.
They got a demo right now. You can play it.
Yeah.
Man, that's the thing. That's gonna make me so mad. I gotta finish up Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well, man. I'm so far behind on that game. It's like, so many long-lasting games coming out. And I feel like Anthem's gonna be another one.
It comes out. It starts February 13th.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, Valentine's Day. Yeah, don't tell me. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't know when Valentine's Day is.
Yeah,
you can get your girl cheap shots.
Who can say where the
okay. It's a movie theater.
That's my life right there. Yeah.
All right, so there's little stuff she comes with. Okay, I mean this is not that I figured that I would buy. Even if I love the movie, but. Featuring separate rolling eyeballs. Okay.
Oh, I gotta have that.
Okay, well that's like the Michael Keaton Batman has that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if he had the face, the Michael Keaton face, the meme face.
All right, so we're gonna have one topic because we're not gonna do a galactic gumbo, and we'll just try to. I don't know how long we'll talk about it. We won't keep you guys terribly long, but I guess starting off, Dalton, do you want to explain what is kind of going on with the crowdfunding thing and how Mastermind Creations is willing to get on board, stuff like that?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm going to bring up the guy's name because he deserves credit for this. Where is it?
Yeah, 2 hours to pull this stuff up.
I know, man. Get on it. Jeez.
Okay, so at Rick_Acker, AKKER, he is a 3D modeler, and he has been putting up designs for a more than meets the eye style Fortress Maximus. And he's originally pitched it to Mastermind Creations. I want to say a few months ago. I don't know exactly when he said he put it out. Initially, they had told him that they're going to pass on it because they have so much in the wheelhouse already. But ever since he's been posting photos and then little clips of the render showing articulation or little features, people have been going nuts for it. And recently they have put it up on Planet Steel Express for a crowdfunding to get it made as reformatted 50.
Well, if I can kind of interject there, Planet Steel Express is the one that decided if they, because Planet Steel Express and MMC are joined together, their partner, their parent company, whatever. That's where you go for that direct, if you want to buy direct from MMC, essentially. So Planet Steel Express, but they're separate entities, if that makes any sense. So Planet Steel Express is the one that was just like, look, if we can get enough interest in this to essentially foot the bill for the Sportimus, you're killing me, man.
Sorry.
To foot the bill for the basically paying for the molding, the mold making and things like that, then they would do it. The MMC would do it through them, and ultimately MMC is going to be responsible for the price. But if they can get 800 backers at $50, the total price would be $230 a unit. If they get 1,200, I think it drops down to $200 a unit. So
they said how big it's going to be.
It's going to scale with Carnifex.
I'm sorry, y'all both went at the same time.
Carnifex. It's going to scale with Carnifex. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to be big. It's going to be to scale. It's going to be in scale with all the other IDW, More Than Meets the Eye, Wreckers stuff. So it's going to be a big boy. And I think, to me, some people will disagree, I think Warden is dated, and Warden was based on that design. Warden's got, Warden's a cool piece, but it's got a lot of stuff that just pops off. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I think it's beyond
It's
time to
early
retire.
Planet X or early Perfect Effect.
Is this a triple changer by any chance?
No,
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's just the tank mode.
Big tank.
So I remember
Yeah.
seeing the tank mode and the robot mode, but I don't remember seeing anything else. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that was all he had in IDW.
A couple things from Cameron. He says Mastermind Creations has done a crowdfunding in the past with their Ocular Max art fire, so they do have a positive history of it. And he says, from what people were saying, it's the same size as Cornifex, but that isn't correct scale.
It would be though. If he reads more than meets the eye, it would absolutely be correct scale.
How many inches? So like, let's say for someone like me that doesn't have a Carnifex, you say, oh, it's the same scale as Carnifex. Well, if I don't have the figure, then just how many inches? How many inches is the figure?
Rick, Carnifex is what, a foot tall?
It's at least a foot tall.
Yeah.
So
a foot tall.
So this one's going to be, he's the same size?
Right, give or take.
Okay.
I mean, not exactly, but give or take, it's the same size.
And which one is Carnifex? What's the rule?
Overlord.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So if this gets crowdfunded, who is going to actually make it?
MMC will make
MMC for sure. Okay.
But like the deal is, and here's another thing. So you got 30 days. I think we got 29 now, but it could still be 30. I can't remember when I read it, to jump in on this $50, backer. And that will guarantee you the $230 price if only 800 units are made, or the $200 price if 1,200 units are made. After that, MMC can decide what they want to price it at. So it would not be a surprise, I think, that if they do meet 800 or even 1,200, MMC decides to come out and charge the rest of them for like $250 or something like that. Also, people who crowdfund it get an extra face, which I'm thinking will be the dumb, like, brain dead face from Last Stand of the Wreckers. That's my kind of speculation on it. There's no proof of that. They haven't told us, but it will come with a bonus accessory, face accessory.
All right, so it's cool that we were able to bring that up, and maybe it sends more traffic that way, and helps it actually get made, and maybe some people are like, oh, awesome, I'm glad you brought that up. But I thought that we could maybe have a discussion on this, on this part, because it's not the first crowdfunding thing, but HasLab's done it. Cameron said that they've done it with their art fire, Ocular Max art fire. If this is successful, whether it gets 1,200, even more than that, do you think we might see more of this, like, instead of maybe once a year, but we might see it like maybe 3-4 times a year with some of these companies?
See, that's something I'm hoping that opens up the floodgates to. A crowdfunded art fire is different. They had the tooling for that already. It was just another deco.
Right.
This is paying for new tooling. I'm sure that designer will probably get a little piece broke off for him. He may just get a free toy out of it. I don't know. But for us to get stuff that these companies just don't think that will sell, and MMC is another perfect example. A lot of people have been hounding them for a rung, but they don't want to make a rung because they don't think it'll sell because it's not a vintage G1 character. But I think this will open those floodgates for sure. If this is successful enough for these companies to look for independent designers to get some toys made, you know what I mean? To get some stuff that they just don't feel comfortable spending their own R&D on.
Real quick, I wanted to add, and then the rest of you guys go. This reminds me, because by doing this reminds me when Gigapower was just like, hey guys, do you want, they put on their Facebook, you want this, or do you want this, or do you want this or this? And it took so long to get the thing done because everyone was commenting what they wanted. And this is where, I think a lot of us talked when we were saying, aren't the only people that really should take their comments or their suggestions are the ones that are actually going to buy it? Because you got like Joe Blow that's not even planning on buying the thing saying, oh yeah, do this version instead of this one. I think this would help eliminate a lot of that, where people lock in with a price, and then it's like people that are actually wanting you have money invested into it, we're getting suggestions from you.
Right. And I think that the people who Like instead of asking for different designs or design choices, this is the set design. I think asking for this particular like a whole figure to be made is a lot better than, hey, do you want a 45-degree angle on the back of this figure or a 60-degree angle? You know what I mean? Something so.
Yeah, I'm just saying that you're getting only opinions from people that are actually buying it. But Rick, what do you think about it?
I'm open to it. I'll probably go do this, but for me, it's because, and I think it's a broad question. But when you're talking about MMC, it's a little easier for me to see it because they've created like their own little niche market. They've really focused in on the IDW crowd, and believe it or not, there's a lot of us that read those books and are really into it, and not just guys, but a lot of females, more than I ever knew. And just through like Instagram and Twitter, like if I ever post a picture of an IDW character and hashtag it Lost Light or More Than Meets the Eye, it's amazing how many more people jump on it and talk about it or share it. So I think the crowd is there for it. I think this one will see the light of day, and I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea because I can understand where MMC is coming from. And I understand you don't want to take a lot of risks when you're, a 3P company, although it's funny how many risks that some of them take. I always question who's buying some of that product. But MMC is a solid company. They make great figures. So for me, the stars align for this one. I read all the comics. I buy all their product. I'd say I have 99% of their product. I like that they're doing it. It's cool. I didn't know about it until Dalton. I think they need to be smart about how they get the word out about this. The comics have ended, at least that little universe of comics. And I think they need to be real smart, like folks like Dalton spreading the word. I think it's word of mouth on this one. And just getting it out there real quick. If it's only 30 days, they need to act now and spread the word. And
I also think
I'm glad we're covering it.
Fan sites should also be, and I haven't checked. I don't check fan sites as often as I used to. But I think they should really jump in. Like this to me, I think would be front page newsworthy to get something like this. Also, I meant to kind of add when we were talking about it, it would be like a first quarter 2020 release once they get the ball rolling now. So you're looking at a year. You're looking at a year out, which is not uncommon for MMC stuff. And whatever else they do have planned, but
or crowdfunded stuff in general.
Right.
Brett, you don't do the third-party stuff, really, do you? But what do you think about that? Like the idea of it. Is it good for Transformer community? Do you think that we're going to be getting that? It will be more of us finding stuff that we actually like, and less of, oh, that's ugly. Why are they doing that? That's ugly.
Well, anything that has canon, I think, has got a better shot than anything that doesn't. I know that's cliche, but so it's got that leg up. When you get these GoFundMe, crowdfundMe things, you got to be careful. Promotion is key, and that's one of the things these guys were talking about. I've seen GoFundMes, and I've seen them go really, really bad, really, really quick. And I've seen them go with stuff that I thought no one's going to want this, and they got it. So it's not so much about, I hate to be that guy, but it's not so much about the product, it's how you sell it. And you really got to sell it to everyone. And you have to sell it to everyone, hoping that at least you get bits and pieces from every genre. You might get a little bit from the G1s, maybe the G2s, maybe the new people coming in, even the movie people, whatever. You can't just focus on one. You got to try and get everyone because you need the funding. So I really do believe it has to do with promotion.
I feel like company selection has a lot to do with that too. Like we said,
sure.
MMC, reputable company. This is a design.
That's a plus.
This is a design choice that they are, 40-something releases into doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it already goes with a lot of things they've done, like Carnifex, and Calidus and all the other ones.
Let me give you an example. And Dakota, you're going to know where I'm talking about. I'm not going to say who, but there was another company that did a similar thing about motorcycles, and made their own cannon, made their own this and that and the other. But they offered so much and such a wide variety, and they had a backstory to it. It made it, and that was one I said. I'll be honest. I said, ain't gonna make it. It doesn't have big backing in the Transformers community. It doesn't have this, doesn't have that. But guess what? It did. So it really has to do with how you promote it. And that gentleman, he's a good friend of mine, he promoted the crap out of it. And that's how it got done. It's because of him that it got made. So you got to promote it. So as long as they promote it and they promote it properly, I think it's a good sound idea. I think it's got its canon in there and golden.
And I will say this: I think it was either the first day or the first whatever. They got 100 orders locked in. So I mean, that seems like a small deal, but like when you're looking at a day one thing,
absolutely, that's a lot.
That's crucial. Yeah, that's crucial for 1/8 of your minimum goal. And there's still 29 days left to go.
Absolutely.
Are they doing the Mattel Matty Collector thermometer thing?
I don't think so. I haven't looked at it yet.
That's good.
It's at a time where I can't.
It's too much pressure.
Well, it's just like my check didn't come to my location. It went to a location that's like 3 hours away. So
hey, have the creative team that were on those books, have they been pushing it since they're not doing the books anymore? Are they?
I don't
even know if they know about it.
Yeah,
I think someone should bring it to their attention.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about publicity on that and recognition. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I would be surprised. Yeah, I think Alex Milne at the very least, because that's
and Roberts. If you can get Milne and Roberts to push it, then you're going to get another few hundred people. I guarantee you.
Right. Or even Roche. Roche.
Yeah. Someone should reach out to him, Dalton.
Someone named Dalton should reach out to him, Dalton.
You can be his publicist.
Yeah, there we go.
Get a free figure. Do it.
Dang.
But yeah, like,
well,
like
the thing is,
I think this beats. I'm sorry to interrupt again. This beats a brand new company. This beats this designer going and trying to make his own company and trying to foot the bill all on his own and do this Kickstarter on his own, because now we know it's coming from a reputable source.
Exactly.
Way too
I think that's where it went wrong with that triple changing Megatron that came out a while back. Remember that one, the independent one, returned into a tank and a gun and all that. It was a great idea. It was a cool design, but I think had he gone with MMC, for example, I think it would have been a far better product in the end.
Well, I mean,
I know what you're talking about. I got the first test shot of that.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but just the end result, unfortunately, was not well received.
Right. Let me say one little more thing on this, and then I'm done. I think that as long as the company progresses forward and doesn't hee-haw or change things, or because I've seen that also in these GoFundMes where they will change something, or they'll go back, or they'll cancel it and then come back out because they've changed gears. And then they can't figure out why they didn't get near as many followers and supporters as they did the first time. They got to be adamant what they're doing. They got to support their own product. And I think by going with a reputable company like that, I mean, that's definitely a great start.
Also, Cameron mentions, he said for the Fort Max, they said that they will update the backer numbers every Monday during the 30 days of the crowdfunding campaign. So don't look on there on like a Wednesday and be like, wow, it hasn't gained any from Monday to Wednesday. It's just they're gonna update the numbers every Monday, is what he's saying. So
okay. But one thing I want to mention is that this was designed with Mastermind Creations in mind. So I mean, they're not going to have to go through any extensive hurdles, asking people what they want out of it or anything. This was designed for Mastermind Creations fans in mind. Like that's what I'm getting from as much love as this designer put into this. Like, there's so much detail. I mean, he's wanting rubber treads out of it. I think he mentioned something about die-cast parts, fully articulated fingers, the ab crunch, just everything. So
all right. Well, went about 2 hours and 15 minutes there, but we had a couple of new segments there. So whenever it goes into video form, we got the segment that we added at the very
What about
beginning.
Mike?
This one did Mike want to go? Because he just pops, right?
I think that y'all know me. Y'all know me. I think 98% of third parties are nothing but garbage. So I have no leg. I have no dog in this fight.
Right.
I don't care about it, and I really don't have no interest in it. So yeah, that's all I care about on it.
Good enough.
thanks for the input.
Yeah.
Hey, you asked my opinion. You got it. I think it's garbage. That's my opinion.
And I'm sorry about the noise. My chair was on a piece of plastic and it was just loud.
It sounds like you're messing with a water bottle.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I couldn't get it off.
I just thought you were messing with Dakota. I really did.
Yeah, man. I was like, dude, I was starting to get hot.
I was trying to reach it and I just couldn't get to the darn thing. Was just making noise.
Comments if you like the new segments that we did at the beginning and here at the end, and we'll try to keep those going along with our collection spotlights. No Galactic Gumbo tonight. We'll try to work on getting Toy Fairs, and the next show then there wouldn't be a Galactic Gumbo then anyway. So because it would be the big shows. But let's go ahead and sign out. Dalton, kick us off.
Find me everywhere at Daltonians TFs.
I'm Mike. You can find me everywhere as Just Another G.I. Joe Show.
Find me Megamus, Megatoy Fan on Facebook.
I'm Rick. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
And I'm Andrew, also known as Sportimus. You can find me here on YouTube as that, and on Twitter as Sportimus Prime.
I'm PrimalSabbath, and I'm famous.
And G1Xtron on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook pages, the G1Xtron. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Peace.